Oh, there we go. Okay, yes. Okay, it's live. Man, I got to get better about going live starting. I click the button and then I don't even know what I'm doing. I barely know how to turn on a computer, which sucks cuz it's all going to leave me behind. It already has technology. And the really unfortunate thing is everyone in my family, all the older folk, think that I like know computers. They're all like, "Oh yeah, you're really good with computers, and you know how to do this and that." It's like I don't know I don't know a goddamn thing about technology. I don't know how any of this shit works. I grew up with it, so I suppose compared to compared to somebody in their 50s and 60s now, I know what things plug into what, like what cables to plug into, which surprisingly a lot of people have no, like, don't even understand. They don't even have like the cursory basic knowledge of that, of like what cables to plug into what or how anything works. you know I was talking to somebody the other day. I won't say why we were having this conversation, but it may or may not have had to do with my day job, which I still need as I grow my podcasting empire. Michael Hall in the chat says, "Welcome to the arena." This is not the arena. The arena, the Crowder boys step into the arena of ideas. This is merely the dojo of discourse. When I do these, this is the this is where we train. This is where we prepare ourselves for further challenges within the arena. Yes, there are a lot of plugs, Ronan. I'm not going to disclose what my day job is podcasting. I prepare for these during the day, and then I do these streams and do podcasting. But I was talking to somebody the other day who um they wanted to know, like, about internet. Let's say that. And they asked me, so they were like, do the TV give me the internet? And I was like, wait, what? And he was like, so do I turn the TV on and that's where the internet is? And I was like, what do you mean by that? And he was like, so like the internet come from the TV. And I was like, are you asking me if your TV, like your television, is the device that broadcasts the internet throughout your house? And he was like, yeah. And I said, no, TVs don't do that. The $90 TCL 27-inch TV you have is not a modem and router that is going to give. I don't know why you thought that. This technology has been around for quite some time. Wi-Fi internet, and not once has it ever been built into the TV. That would be silly to do internet that way. He was the Indian Hidalgo, but it's amazing how it just completely inept and invalid people are. you know, what is the saying? Hard times create strong men. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men. Weak men create hard times. And then nobody knows how to. At that point, nobody knows how to change the battery in their smoke alarms. It's a lost skill. It's it's a just get they don't nobody knows what battery is supposed to go in there. They don't know how to get pop the thing open and actually change the battery. It's just a yeah, that's a skill that's been lost to the sands of time due to the comfort we've been afforded, that's been given to us by the infrastructure built by the strong men. There was a time when everyone was building this country together, and everyone knew what a 9-volt battery was and how it worked. To some degree, and knew how to put it in the smoke alarm, and it was they were very diligent about changing it whenever the battery got low. because the alarm would signal that the battery was low with a ear piercing chirp at regular intervals. You know, and then just as we've as time has gone on and our lives have become more and more comfortable, and people do not feel the the drive, they don't have the drive to continue to keep up to maintain the infrastructure of this world. They've forgotten that how to perform that task, which is putting the 9-volt battery in the smoke alarm. And that is but one example. Nobody knows how to do any. It's everything now. Squatopotamus, thank you for the $5 super chat. That beep mean it working. I guess that's that's true. If it's beeping, that means it's still alive. That's what I say. If the if the smoke alarm is if it gets quiet, now I'm concerned. Because that means what happened. Why did the smoke alarm song? Why did it stop singing to me? The smoke alarm. What did Pat ask? Dalt man, did you see that dude play Civilization 6 with Neuralink? No, is that something that happened? I don't keep up with anything. I try to, but there's too much. There's just too much to keep up with. So is Neuralink working? That's cool if it is. I doubt that I'll ever adopt it for myself, but I'm sure at some point in the course of human history it'll become ubiquitous, the Neuralink technology, and everybody will be cyborgs. The motherfucker is going to be like the way they do cell phones now, like planned obsolescence, where you get a Neuralink and then after like 6 months or a year, your brain just stops working. It's like, God damn, I got to buy a new brain every year. I got to get a new brain. These motherfuckers that what is what is the fucking company that makes it, like one of his subsidiaries? I don't even know. But they make you buy a new brain every year. They design them that way. Used to be you could repair your brain. It would start to slow down, get a little faulty, and then you take it into the brain repair store. You can repair it. It lasts you 30, 40 years. Now with these, the Neuralink, you got to get a new brain every year. So he was using his mind as the cursor for the game. So right now, Neuralink is good if you want to play point and click games with your mind. That's about the limits of its applications. Is you can play Civilization 6. You can probably play Myst, Grim Fandango. Point and click adventure games with your mind with the Neuralink. It is. That is a good point, Drew. Drew in the chat says it's the Nokia version. That's the thing with all this technology is whenever something new rolls out, it's the worst version that it's ever going to be, and everybody's so scared of it, and it's the harbinger of the end of days. And then like 2 years later, everybody has it. Everybody's using it, and then it consumes our lives to where it becomes a necessity by which we are now burdened. Because I've expressed this before, but we figured out everything probably, I don't know, like 40 years ago. We probably reached a point many, many years ago when we could have just stopped, when it was like, okay, we're good, just stop. But that's not, human nature tells us to keep going. And so now we've gone too far, I guess. There's no turning back. So we have to keep developing and making new things. And it seems like for anything that's making our lives more comfortable, paradoxically, the things that are making our lives easier and more comfortable are also making us more miserable. and somehow making it worse. So though we may be living lives of previously unfathomable convenience and luxury, we are somehow more sad than ever, and psychically anxious and tormented because of the world we live in now. Um, but we could have stopped, because I was saying that the other day. I've been for some reason my YouTube algorithm has been recommending like vaporwave stuff to me, just like vaporwave albums and playlists. So it's the that like 80s aesthetic. And it recommended something to me the other day where the cover was like a cool Japanese guy talking on an old cell phone, and he had his like white Toyota parked on the pier. He's leaning on this Toyota, talking on the phone, and the something that like grabbed me immediately was the design of this Toyota, this like mid to late 80s model Toyota. I was like, that's probably the best that cars have ever looked. Like that sort of boxier, sharper, like pointier design that has that like I don't even know how to describe it. Like it has a more tangible look to it. Like it looks more I don't know, it looks more real. Like cars now are very sleek and smooth, and they look, I don't know, what was the word? They're all curves and what's that line in Sin City where he's like, it looks like a fucking electric razor, I think is the line. So there is like looking at a car like that from like the 80s, it's like, why couldn't they could at least keep making cars that look like that, with that, and just do it with modern technology. I don't know, you get what I'm saying? It feels like there was a point in time when we figured everything out, but then we just kept building and building and building on everything, and now I don't know. Feels like everything just kind of like sucks now. But maybe yeah, that's right, Raphael. Minerva Corp. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, that shit was good. That was a good album. Solid. It was only like 24 minutes, I think. Um, yes, Raphael's here for his mind to be proven. Um, yeah, I don't know. This, like I said, this is the dojo of discourse. I don't know if we're here to prove minds. We're here to train, to study for when it is time to prove minds. I'm stupid though. I'm really dumb. But that's how you get smart. I think if you're just willing to be dumb. And Hidalgo, what did Hidalgo do? He just became a YouTube member. Still don't know how that works, but thank you. I did set that up where you can be a premium YouTube member, so I really appreciate that, Hidalgo. I got to figure out how the perks are going to work out on that. I'll give you a kiss on the lips. You just proved my mind by doing that. Yeah, you can either do that, folks, or you can subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/cornfed with Dalton Pruitt. Raphael makes a good point. Square cars do look cool. They look cool, and that is like the thing with the Cybertruck, is I get where his mind was at making the Cybertruck, but he went too far in that direction. It's like, no, don't do that, because that looks like something that never existed. If you're going for like a retro futuristic look, just redo a fucking like old Toyota. Just copy that. Don't try and make this, Super Mario Brothers 1993 ass looking car with Bob Hoskins and whatever, John Leguizamo, who's a great actor. Let's see here. Hold on, somebody wants to hop in. Somebody mentioned who said NASCAR. Pat mentioned NASCAR. Yeah, I was thinking about getting into NASCAR. And then I tried watching some old Dale Earnhardt highlights, and I was like, even the best of this sport is just profoundly boring. It's really boring. How do you even how do you get good at NASCAR? By the way, does anyone? How do you is there like a Tiger Woods of NASCAR? Is there a kid who's been driving since he was 2? Like how Tiger Woods used to, how he got started when his parents just like made him pick up a golf club. Are you able to start doing NASCAR as a child? Are there any child NASCAR prodigies? I guess is what because with any sport, usually the people who are exceptional at it have been doing it since they were children. And but how would you do stock car racing as a child? You have to be sick. You have to most states you have to be at least 16 to get your damn driver's license. How would you know? Uh, it's beyond me. I guess if you're on an actual track, it's not the same as driving on the regular roads and streets and highways and byways. Do they start with? I sent Ski Mask the link in the Ski Mask. Check your Twitter DMs. I sent you the link. But all that's to say, I did try to get into NASCAR, and I just thought it was boring because I watched a few months ago. I watched that movie for the first time, Logan Lucky, the heist, the NASCAR heist movie where Channing Tatum and Adam Driver and Daniel Craig they do a heist at the I forget which speedway, one of the speedways, and it was a really good movie. It was like it was surprisingly I had never even heard of it, and I was like, damn, this movie fucking rocks. And then I was like, man, maybe I should try actually watching NASCAR. And then I watched some highlights, and I was like, nah, this shit sucks. I was right to not like this. Because my parents took me when I was a kid to the Pepsi 500 at the Texas Motor Speedway, which is in Texas. And I didn't know how it worked. And so I remember, as we were walking up to the gate, the entrance, I was like, so how many laps is it? And they were like, well, it's the Pepsi 500, so that means it's 500 laps. And I like literally like started screaming. I was like, no, 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 that can't be. We gotta sit through 500 laps of this bullshit. And I'll be damned if it wasn't 500 laps. God damn, that sucked. That is a miserable uh, spectator sport. I don't know how people enjoy that shit. It's 112 degrees. It's just like ear piercingly loud. It's you can feel just the noise itself is reverberating through your fucking chest and butthole and just decimating your eardrums. It's so goddamn loud. It's hot, and it is all the fucking people are drunk as shit and acting damn fools of themselves. And I'm just a kid, and I'm like, man, I just want to I would have rather have stayed home and played Super Mario 64. And then, but no, I had to sit through 500 laps of the damn Pepsi 500. But I'm not really a sports guy at all, really. So maybe that's on me. I'm not a man. Not a man at all. I don't even know if I enjoy anything anymore. People keep at. I gotta cheer up. Damn, I'm trying to. I can't come in here just bumming people out. I guess I've been inside in my own head lately, plotting my next moves, wondering where my life is going. But I'm sure everybody. What are y'all talking about in the chat? F1 slightly less boring. and it's more popular worldwide. And Raphael says you don't know any non-Americans who are into NASCAR. I've never watched any F1. I've played F-Zero, with Captain the game with Captain Falcon. I played that, but I never played F. I never watched F1. I don't give a shit about cars. I don't even like drive. To be honest with you, I don't like driving. I hate driving cars. I prefer public transportation. It's nice to just be able to zone out and not have to worry about being the one that's responsible for the vehicle I'm in and everyone in it. That if everyone in the vehicle dies, due to some accident, due to some sort of negligence, it ain't my fault. I prefer that, because the burden of actually having to drive a car is too much for me to bear. It's too much responsibility. I don't enjoy driving, and I lament the fact that cars and trucks and all that have been ingratiated so much into this country. You have to drive here in America, most parts of it, and it's just it's a nightmare. It's a pain in the ass. You know, not only is it just um just this very anxious activity, like the amount of variables and all the things you got to be aware of on the road. How you kind of have to be very alert when you're driving, and you have to be paying attention to so many different things, and be responsible, because if you got your kids in the car with you, you could end up killing them, and then you live, and then you have to reckon with the death of your children due to your own um, poor driving. And then you try to make it work with your wife following the tragic death of your children, but how does that ever work? When a couple loses their children, one child, two child, however many children died, how often do those marriages stay together, after the tragic passing of a child? Hardly ever. So now your marriage falls apart, you're divorced, nasty divorce, you're losing everything, and you're living in a hotel. Your kids are dead, your wife doesn't love you anymore, or she still loves you, but the pain of losing this child is too much for her to bear. It's too much for her to try and make this relationship still work. So she still loves you and cares about you, but this marriage just can't go on anymore. Ever since the boy died, that's why I don't really enjoy driving. You know, she will. You're right, Raphael. She will always blame you. Um, what did cracks in the chat? Craig says, I'm the complete opposite. I want to be in control. Riding passenger just feels like waiting to crash. Um, yeah. I mean, yeah, being in a car with just some dipshit, whether I'm the dipshit or someone else is the dipshit, it always feels nerve wracking. Whereas if I get on a bus or a train, I at least am offered the illusion that the person piloting this vehicle is a professional, on the clock, and is in service of the people, the passengers and the city, and that there's there's a number of fail safes in place that will do their best to ensure that I do not die over the course of this journey. And like I said, it could just be an illusion. Anything could go wrong, and you could die in a very tragic freak accident. But hey, at least it was no fault of mine or my own stupidity getting in the car with someone who was too drunk to drive, or whatever the case may be. I guess that's why I prefer buses and trains. I mean, I'm also probably autistic. I love trains. I like being on them. They're fun. I've never not enjoyed being on a train. Even if I get on a car that's got a guy who took a dump on himself in there. It's like, hey, still a train. You know, a train with a doo doo on it is better than no train. You know what I mean? Um, what did you say, Hidalgo? You don't think having an enclosed space to scream and making idiosyncratic noises at your leisure is preferable to sitting on a subway? Have you ever been on a subway? You could do that on a subway. You you could scream and make all the noises you want on a subway, and nobody will do anything about it. And I'm not going to say it's not going to bother anybody. There's probably a lot of people who are bothered by it. They're not even going to look at you. You might as well not be there. They are going to completely ignore you. You can do breakdancing on trains and do like fucking stomp on a train and swing your fucking legs around and come inches from whacking someone in the face. They ain't looking up from their phone. Oh, you live under a train in Bushwick? Okay. Then I mean, what you go scream on a train? Then you can do it. You don't have to be homeless or some sort of hip hop dance artist to scream on a train. You just scream on a train. I mean, when I was going crazy, I did a lot of screaming in on trains and other public places. And it turns out you could do. I mean, honestly, you could do whatever you want anytime. And there may be repercussions, but there's nothing stopping you from doing whatever you want at any moment ever. That's for damn sure. We were supposed to have I was trying to get a guest in here, and let's see. Nope. Nope. Well, it's just me then. But hey, we got a nice showing out here. Already got a couple who did a super squat, did a super chat. Hidalgo joined the thing, the premium thing. All right, fine. I'll send the link. I was trying to get a guest in here that I invited, but you know what? We're gonna open it up. I'm sending the link. Ski Mask probably did. Ski Mask probably drank like 20 Michelob Ultras and took like 8 Benadryls. He told me he does that like every night. He takes like at least 6 Benadryls. And I was like, yeah, you're going to get early onset dementia from doing that, because I know that's definitely going to happen to me. Did the link post? Nope. Wait, hold on. Okay. Let's see if yep, there we go. Oh, wait. No, I posted it twice. It's there. Well, if anybody wants to click on it, go ahead. What else? What else? Who's in here? Oh, it's Chris.
What's up? Oh,
welcome back. Lee Rector super chat, $7. My man Dalton, thank you. Lee Rector damn near killed her. Chris, did you get your decal yet?
No, not yet. I got headphones. Can you hear me?
Yes, nice headphones. So I went on Patreon and I checked everything, and it looks, from what I've gathered, the decals are going out.
It was like, it says March, so it's supposed to be coming. I'm trying to be patient, because I know that's just the way I am. As soon as I bring it up, it's going to come. So it's fine.
You've been in my thoughts and prayers. I appreciate you supporting me in that way, and I know time has come. The day of reckoning is here for these decals. But yeah, that's the tricky thing about doing like fulfillment through someone else. Like,
yeah,
that was why when I first did shirts, I was like, I'll do them because I know it can be kind of a pain doing it through the drop shipping, and then I got fucked on doing that myself. So I was like doing this. I was like, well, I'll just do this thing through Patreon, and so yeah, from the notification I got on the site was they're going out in like a week or two, and then I've sent them like 9 emails also. So I will take this to the highest court at Patreon, the Patreon Supreme Court.
Yeah, I mean it's tough. It's a corporation; they're not worried about it. So I can imagine they'll very lack on it, but at the same time, it just takes a while, 3 weeks or whatever, I'll still subscribe to the $25 Patreon as long as I can keep this job that I hate.
Well, Chris, your patronage and your patience are very much appreciated. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I am. I'm going to replace Kevin, just to let you know. Kevin,
that might be an option actually. Lee Rector just became a YouTube member. Lee Rector damn near killed her.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop. We got another guest.
Oh,
who is this? What's going on here?
I don't know. It's Drew.
Oh, what, me? What's up, dudes?
What up?
You look fucked up.
Fuck yeah, dude.
What's all that?
Can't see it. It's a bunch of cans of beer.
Nice. What kind of beer you been drinking?
All Coors Light.
Hell yeah.
The Silver Bullet.
Silver Bullet all day.
I was always a Yellow Belly man myself.
I was Yellow Belly for years, but switched to Coors because some places don't carry the Banquet no more.
It's a damn shame. The Banquet is not just a tastier beer. It comes in that fun little medicine bottle.
It's just a better beer in general.
Yeah. It is a better beer. Everybody's a pussy now and drinks light beer, which is what I would drink if I still drank. But now I just drink diet sodas. I have a Diet Dr. Pepper right here. So.
Diet Dr. Pepper is the best Dr. Pepper, though.
Why do people drink
line.
Diet? Diet
awful. Is not good, but Diet Dr. Pepper does have a very specific, different taste that sets it apart from every other diet soda.
It's the promise of zero sugar, that maybe this is not going to have any adverse health issues, but it's probably will.
Okay, wait.
Go ahead, Robbie.
Diet Dr. Pepper is just as good as regular Dr. Pepper.
No way.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Diet
Dr. Pepper.
Diet Dr.
No,
Pepper
shut up. Shut the fuck
little
up. I swear to God. Dude.
No.
Diet Dr. Pepper is fucking fantastic. It's the best.
It's not.
Do the taste test challenge.
Dude, if you do the taste, I don't think you would withstand this taste test challenge between Diet and regular Dr. Pepper.
It's Diet Dr. Pepper is of the diet drinks. It's the closest. It's the closest to the original.
It's the best diet soda. Like, okay, Diet Pepper is regular Dr. Pepper aside. If you take all the other diet drinks, all the other diet sodas,
best diet
Diet Dr. Pepper number one for sure.
I mean, it's my number 2. My number 1 is Coke Zero.
No,
always and forever. Always and forever.
Zero though, that's not really a diet because they got Diet Coke and Zero Coke. There's two different.
Zero's a whole different. First of all, Dalton, Zero's a whole different ball game. We're not talking Zero. We're talking Diet.
Okay, we're talking Diet. Well, if we're stacking Diet Dr. Pepper up against Diet Coke, Diet Dr. Pepper, obviously, for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Diet is the best. Like I can't even fathom Zero. All right, but
you can't fathom it.
I can't fathom Zero. Okay, I've not.
No.
It exists. You can fathom it.
No, I know it exists, but I just have not. I've not calculated an opinion on it.
You got to go full flavored. You got to get the.
Not to mention Dr. Pepper 1. I haven't even thought about that. I can never even think about.
You mean Dr. Pepper 10?
Yeah. That's what I
Oh, I
meant.
forgot
It's not,
about
for, it's not
10.
for women. It's not for women.
Oh shit!
That's the funniest shit. And also Coke 10. It's like, hey, it's for men. You have 10 calories.
Yeah.
That was the funniest shit ever.
Yeah. Don't. Hey.
What a great.
You could drink
What
a
an
Diet Coke
incredible-
if you want. If you're a fucking faggot. If you're a little fairy, go ahead and drink a Diet Coke. Real men, at
All
least
right.
you're drinking at least 10 calories.
All right, well, I gotta go because you're too funny for me, Dalton. But I just wanted to come in and say that Diet Dr. Pepper does rock. That's all I want to say.
Diet Dr. Pepper's
Oh,
good.
yeah.
It's really good,
Thanks
man.
for
It's like
seeing
the
you,
best.
D.
Robbie's
best-
actually tapping into his half Afghani side and driving Uber right now.
No. I'm in the back seat of one of those.
Craig was asking what you're doing.
All
Craig
right,
was
I'll
like,
see you
Craig
later.
says Robbie riding in a limo with his basketball friends.
Okay. I wish, dude. I wish I was here with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green, my best friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's your okay? Robbie's done. Robbie's out. That was fun. Little guest cameo appearance from Robert Goodwin. Shout out to Robbie. We'll be reunited again someday. I still am in the void. The I don't know, the Phantom Zone from or something. What's a better? It's like Kingdom Hearts. We've already explained that. It's like Kingdom Hearts. We're separated by the darkness.
You're doing Wednesday stream through your channel, though, right?
Yeah. Wednesday is going to be a full Crowder Boy. We're stepping back into the arena of ideas for a full Crowder Boys. It's just I'm trying to do more of these kinds of live streams. For a while there, I might still keep doing these. I was doing the solo podcast, the Lost in the Maze, and I've been lacking on that because I've been just bouncing around other stuff and thinking about what I want to do, and I haven't done one in a while. And then I discovered streaming, and I was like, maybe I could do just streams once a week instead of that. But sometimes it's nice to just sit there with my thoughts and ramble. Because here, this is a communal effort. We got the chat, and then if I put the link in the chat, we got you guys joined in. So
Yeah,
it's
I didn't even know this was gonna happen. I just got pulled up. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah. I also don't schedule these that far ahead of time. I just kind of decided on a whim today because earlier this week I think a lot of people saw the episode Robbie, Crack, and I did with Femoid, and the internet's
I caught it
buzzing.
late. Something's up with the notifications with Crack's channel, because your channel I got notifications for, but Crack's channel I gotta send him something because I've been subscribed to Crack since like day one, and I didn't get no notifications.
Yeah, I don't know what goes on with you.
It's just been weird with that live shit.
Never get YouTube notifications. Like I just will open YouTube and see that something is live, and then I like click it, but I never get like actual notifications from them, so I have no idea.
Yeah, I do the same thing to get notification from you, and I don't get anything. Like I don't get any beeps or anything. It's just I don't know what it does
right now.
Well,
Yeah. But yeah, the internet's been buzzing ever since we talked to Femoid, and so I just wanted to have a little debrief, a little cool down.
Yeah, she was really interesting. She had a few points. Some I agree with, a few I don't. One thing that I wanted to clarify when she was like, "Oh, if you visit a prostitute, that's rape on her part," and it's like, well, that's rape on also the man part because I don't want to have to pay for love. I kind of feel like I have to because of accept like. So that's also it's something I
can assure you what you're paying for is not love.
Well, hey, I make love. But that's the same thing. It's like I don't want to have to go this route to do this thing. It's also a discomforting thing for me. So it's also rape on my part. Like so both parties are being raped as well as just a business contraction. She was interesting though.
That's one word to
Yeah.
describe her with which to describe her. I mean, she's certainly an inflammatory figure on the internet. I don't want to like speak out of school, so I'm not going to try and like
Oh
speculate.
yeah, she's cool.
Yeah,
I like
I'm not
her.
going to try and speculate too much on her. She's a friend of the show, you know.
Yeah, friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
I'm trying to figure out my audio. I'm fucked.
Don't worry,
Drew's
Drew.
fucked.
We're just enjoying looking at that thatched metal roof.
Yeah, and the miss. I never seen Drew spelled that way.
Oh yeah, Sacre Drew. But I think she has like a complicated, conflicting relationship with sex work, and it seems like with just everything that's ever existed ever.
Yeah, I mean everyone does.
She seems like a pretty it seems like in her, from what I've gathered in like speaking with her privately and seeing her like public profile, her public persona, and all the stuff she says and does, I get the impression that she's lived quite the life, and there's a, you know, maybe a bit of a storm, as there is with any of us, a storm in her mind, and as there is a storm in mine. You know, we all have stormy minds. What I don't know what I'm saying. Why did I come up with that? Is that an expression?
I think you're just trying to say we all have mental disorders, and yes, that is true. I have
Maybe not disorders necessarily, but we got our scars, we got our demons, we got
yeah.
turbulence in our psyches, you know. But hey, friend of the show, Pat's right. She was dope, nice tits. What you been up to, Chris?
Not much. I have a job. I go to the grocery store. That's it.
Nice.
Hey,
yeah. You know, that's something when I went through my spell, I remember reaching out to a friend of mine who was also a comedian, and I said, you know, my life following all that, I said it feels like I'm just existing right now.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything. And he was like, hey, nothing wrong with just existing. It's good to exist. You know? So working and going to the grocery store, it's, you know, what more could you want?
A lot more.
Yeah. No, honestly, yes. This is a guy who has been in and out of homelessness, so his perspective is a bit different.
Yeah. From what I've gathered today, if pretty much like to get when you get a decent job, or at least a decent paying job, it's like, oh, that's it. Your life, Monday through Friday, whatever it is, this job. You get to live on the weekend, and just you don't have any spare time. If you just got to make it walk, if you know it's very depressing. It's just like, oh, I have to forget about my dreams and walk on this company's dreams, make their money. I get a little bit of money. It's actually pretty decent, but it's also not decent. I mean, 18 an hour is like, well, that's decent for me. That's the most I've ever gotten paid. But
what state are you in?
I'm in North Carolina.
Not too bad for North Carolina. How old are you?
I am 31.
Yeah.
31. 31.
This many.
Yeah. But I mean, North Carolina. North Carolina is a right to walk state, which means you could get fired for anything. Discriminating. You don't have any rights. It's one of those where you just do your job and that's it. You know, I don't know. It's not good on employee like rights, you know, and all that.
People in the chat are being very mean right now.
Oh,
being
are
very.
they? What
They're
about?
the manner with which you speak is
Well, hang
31.
on.
It might be why you're getting 18 an hour. It might be what they're saying.
I can't find what they're saying in the chat, so I'll just
This
ignore it.
my friend Robert Gibson said 31.
Hey,
Right, that's why I was confused. I was
31.
like, well,
it
at
might.
18 an hour, holy shit.
It's forklift. But I figured there's a thing in Southern accent that apparently you're so Southern it comes out British. I don't know if that's it or if I just like I just can't say my R's. And you're gonna that.
What part?
Raphael
what part
says
of
you have a
Southern
really
Britain?
cool accent. I
thank-
mean, you're welcome. Or
Yes.
Raphael, say you're welcome. I mean, it's not a peculiar accent to me. I mean, I grew up in the South, so you sound like a Southern gentleman, a dandy.
Oh, I can bring it out. Like it comes out once in a while with a Southern accent. You know, I lost it because of I get just the stereotype of you're Southern, so you're stupid. So I just went the other way. Like, let me try to get rid of my Southern accent so I sound smart. Let me read a bunch of books and get no pussy. So that's fine.
No, it's a very debonair accent, and it can lean into British for sure. I mean, this country was founded by the British.
Well, no one likes the British, though. There's a good reason. The British invaded every place to steal spices that they don't use.
Mm-hmm.
We did kill a lot of them to keep it too.
What?
It's kind of just a Brit on Brit fight.
Look at what Craig said. I'm from North Carolina. None of us talk like that. He's a British op. No, he's Chris. You don't ever change that accent. That's a pussy getting accent right there.
It is not.
It's a pussy getting accent, maybe not attached to a pussy getting personality. Trust me, that's my curse as well.
Well, okay, so people always like, oh, you sound like you're, from England or whatever, and
fuck England.
Yeah, doggy.
But that's the thing. I'm not from England, so they're like, oh, you should just tell people you are, and I'm like, well, I'm not a liar like you. It's just like, why would you start any relationship, friendship, or like anything, all based right out the gate lying? And I did that once to a friend in high school, and like for a couple weeks.
Just say, yeah, I sound. Like
I can't. Lying is bad. The truth will set you free. I live my life.
I said, don't lie. Just tell them, yeah, I sound like a British fag. I don't know why.
That doesn't work.
That is your accent.
It is
a British accent.
I know.
Hold on one second. Token Tony, what's up, Token Tony? Tony just came through with the new cover art for the Crowder Boys. I don't know if anyone saw it. Yeah, I posted that on Twitter. I sent him. I was like, "Can you do a cover art for the Apple Podcast feed?" And I was like, "Do the Totally Spies, but with us, me, Crack, and Robbie." And he came through with it today. And it looks very good. So everybody go. I guess follow Token Tony. Buy something from him. I don't know if he sells stuff. The shirts.
Yeah, the logos that he makes, he'll put them on a shirt for you.
Yeah, he does. He does really cool artwork, and he's come through for me a few times. He's offered up his services, and I feel bad because I don't have, I'm not able to pay him just yet. But his return on investment will be, it'll pay off in dividends. So shout out to Token Tony. But he didn't ask for payment, so I try not to pester him too much. But I needed something for the audio feed because you have to have like a 1-to-1 picture or whatever, and so the one I'm using now, I had to like crush it through with some sort of conversion software, and it looks like shit. So now I got a good one from Token Tony. But Chris, you got a pussy getting accent. You got a pussy getting you have like the facial hair of a professional fencer. Yeah, a guy who does fencing. a swordsman. You have all of the pussy getting attributes. You gotta change. You gotta prove your mind.
Oh,
You gotta,
well,
you gotta prove your own mind.
no,
Right, you got a
no.
mirror behind you. Look at it and prove your own mind.
No, I'm just super shy and like no confidence.
Well,
You know.
you're a talented artist. Like
Oh, yeah,
you're piddling away for $18 an hour. When if you had if you had ever like had a sales job or read a sales book and had that that spirit of scheming in you that you learned from sales, combine that with your artwork,
Yeah.
equals money.
Yeah, I need to do that. I don't know how to get people to buy shit. Like, it's very difficult. It's people don't have money. I don't know.
People have money. You have
Not
to
give-
constantly pester them for their money.
I know, and I don't like bothering people. I don't like being a bother.
I get it. It's just
Yeah,
I've worked in to some capacity either sales or just like phone stuff. Like I'm just my actual jobs have always been talking to tons and tons of people all day. So I just like it was just
See, and I just don't feel like I could do that because of the speech impediment, whatever you want to call it. It's just like, okay, see,
Talking faggy.
talking faggy.
one
That's
could
my
call
favorite.
it that.
That was my favorite Chris Hardwick show that he did. Talking faggy. Yeah, this is Chris Hardwick, and we're talking faggot.
No, like I walked that Food Line cashier in multiple times. Like the total was like $2.50, and they're like 3, and I'm like no 2, and then it'd be the opposite. Well, I'll be like, oh, it's 3, it's 3,
I think people
and
were
they're like
confused that
2.
Walked and worked.
It's just like so frustrating that people can't understand me. Plus the other things they got going on just makes me like not.
Wait,
talk.
I'll quote a song here. What's your age again?
31.
Thought he
Quote a
won.
song.
Thought. Damn it. See,
Dude, you could have. Here's the thing: with that accent, you could have auditioned for the role of Gambit on this new X-Men cartoon, and you just let that slip through your fingers. And now some other, some fucking Hollywood queer is playing Gambit. You could have been Gambit.
well, I missed
not
out.
North Carolina, but
Yeah, there's nothing going on in North Carolina.
But you could with that accent easily slide into a Gambit.
yeah, you can slide into LA's DMs, dude.
I know, but I
Get in there.
well, for one, I don't know what Gambit sounds like. Second of all,
well,
Sounds
now
like you.
We're going to cook us up an etouffee.
oh, hey, New Orleans.
Yeah, we got to go fight Magneto.
Oh yeah, I remember now. Like, yeah.
Or go to the
Yeah, you could be the Theo Vaughn Gambit.
You could talented Mr. Ripley Theo Vaughn, like beat him to death with an oar on a boating trip, shave your head into that mullet he has, shave your facial hair, and just be like, "Hey, what's up, players? It's me, gang. We got a black guy on the show today, and and I'm gonna try not to say the N-word, but you know how it goes when I got a brother with me.
It's hard not to say the N-word.
You know what I'm saying? Because when I got a brother with me, all I'm thinking is the N-word, and I'm telling myself, don't say the N-word, but sometimes it slips out.
It does.
The intrusive thoughts win sometimes. It's me, Theo Vaughn, and I like to say the N-word.
It is sometimes hard to say. It's hard not to say, what's up, my N-word.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
And then they really get mad when you actually said N-word instead of the N-word.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, yeah, I used to be unbearably shy and just anxious to talk to people. Like I was like, I would be shaking just like going into a grocery store, and like the thought of having to interact with the cashier or something would fill me with anxiety. And then I guess just like exposure therapy is what happened with me. Like I just got a number of jobs where I had to interact with tons and tons of people all the time. And then And then in a weird way, it was easier for me to do like be on a stage and talk to people than talk to them one on one, because I guess it was like a control thing. Like I
Yeah.
command this conversation.
Oh yeah, like I love. I'm an entertainer. I love being on stage. I just love it. Like it. Even though I'm so quiet, I'm very talkative. But like people when they find out that I did do stand up, they're like, oh, I don't see you doing that. It's like, oh, I love talking. People are scary and they say mean things. So
Oh, we lost Chris.
But-
He's coming back. You keep dipping in and out. Your feed keeps like fucking up.
well, maybe it's your feed.
Maybe it is. See, there you go. There's that little confidence that you know, take that.
Mine did shut out earlier, so it might be, but I doubt it. I still think it's that Brits fucking feed.
I'm not British.
You probably are like descended from British. I mean,
Oh, well,
the
maybe. I
13
mean-
colonies.
It's just in the blood.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't know. I identify as Irish. That's all I know.
Mhm.
Alcoholism and petty theft. That's all I
That's
know.
like the lowest class of whites, but all right.
No, it's the highest class. It's the best. It's I
It's
wanted
a pretty low class of whites.
no. Let me. I wanted to talk to Louis J. Gomez about
yeah,
a
can we
bit.
do a whites tier? What is
Well, yeah,
the
that's what-
highest and lowest tier of whites?
Well, that's what I wanted to do, a race war, but like within the individual like races. So whites, what's the best of the whites? Me, I'm going to go Irish. I know that's wrong, but I'm going to
That's
defend
100%
my.
wrong.
I know, but I'm going to defend
No
my
way.
people. We are good authors. James Joyce. That's
That's
all
true.
I
Colin Terrell.
Colin
That's the
Terrell.
only one I
We
can
got
bring up.
two fucking good.
Katie Boyle.
James Joyce, Column.
Katie Boyle, yeah, Katie
Katie
Boyle. is
Boyle.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angela's Ashes. I was trying to think of all the Irish guys.
I don't know. There's a bunch of them, but I don't know any of them.
Highlander.
Highlander. Yes.
Yeah, Highlander. Brendan Gleeson, the actor. I mean, Cillian Murphy just won an Oscar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely Irish. Murphy.
Yep.
We're good storytellers. So
Connor, yeah.
I know that much. I am good at like writing and everything and like weaving a
That
tale.
was in Bruges. That Colin. I can't think of his
Yeah,
name.
Colin Farrell and
Yes.
Brendan Gleeson they were in the movie In Bruges together, and they were also in the Banshees of Inisherin.
Oh,
Damn it! You know what? The Irish are above the British.
Yes.
I'll give you that.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll give you that.
Yes. Thank you.
That is true. I would rather hang out with an Irishman than a Brit.
Yes.
They seem like more fun, for sure.
Yes. We are.
I don't want to. Preferably, I don't want to fucking talk to anyone from Europe. To be honest
Yeah.
with you, fuck Europe, the whole continent.
Yeah, I mean, if they haven't moved here already, then
In fact, that's your next assignment.
whatever.
Lee Rector makes a good point in the chat. The remake of Fright Night was very underrated. It was overlooked, and I enjoyed it. I agree with you, Lee Rector.
Don't know what that is.
There was a remake of Fright Night that came out a while back. Man, this might have been 10 years ago at this point.
Who were the kids?
It was Colin Farrell played the vampire, and I forget who played the kid next door. But then
Was it the one with
David
Superman?
Tennant played the huckster charlatan vampire hunter character, and it was a really fun movie. It was pretty good. I remember going to see it in the theater. I was like, damn, this is actually not, it's not as good as the original, but it's a good ass movie. It's fun. And they just kind of came and went. Nobody saw it. It was good. You don't know about Fright Night?
I do not.
The
I
kid
don't
that's
either.
dead. Oh, it was okay. Yeah, it was
It sounds
Anton
familiar as a name,
Oh,
but
yeah.
Anton Yelchin, the guy who got
That was a good
crushed
book
by his own
series.
Jeep.
That of the ghost. I forget what the he did a movie for a book series that I listened to like before I started listening to podcasts. I
Odd
listened to
Thomas.
Yes, yes, and
Yeah, it
it's
was
a
a
great
Dean
book series
Koontz. Yeah,
for kids. Dean Koontz for kids, right?
right.
It was. I mean, it was pretty fun, and the movie was fun, and it sucked that he ran himself over with his car, and they didn't do any more of those.
Yeah, it sucks.
He was great in the Star Trek
How
too.
you gonna run yourself over with your own damn car?
Like a lot of
Um,
people run themselves over with their own cars and shoot
Forget to
themselves
put
with
it in
their own
park.
guns
Yeah,
3
didn't
times in the head.
that one? Didn't some like Mitch McConnell's wife's cousin or something, some Asian lady, like backed her Tesla into a pond and died? She like slowly reversed her Tesla into a pond.
The Tesla should have.
Sounds about right.
It should have detected. Isn't that the point of having a Tesla?
I mean, it seems like there's some foul play afoot.
No, so you skipped the sentence there. The point of having a Tesla is so that it can drive you into the pond.
Mm-hmm.
It thinks that's where you want to go.
Everybody's saying that C Dump's mic is too low.
It's too
It is.
Oh.
Yeah, we can barely hear you. Very mousy.
Well, at least I'm not making everybody echo like last time I came on the show.
But you know, Chris, yeah, you gotta have some gumption. You gotta have moxie, because I know you're excited to have your job, and hey, it's a blessing to be able to work and to be
You're a
gainfully employed.
forklift operator, man.
Yeah.
You're an operator of heavy machines. People depend on you.
You're forklift certified.
I am.
You're
I walk.
certified.
I walk.
I gotta
out of-
say, I'm in Kentucky, and the forklift operators that I worked with, they made like $25 an hour. So move down.
Is that
move.
starting
Yeah.
I don't.
in Kentucky?
Yes.
That's pretty.
I was
that's
making
pretty,
22 as a picker.
That's got to be good
Damn.
with the rent there. God damn.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Yeah.
Is my mic better, by the way? Sorry.
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah.
great now. Well, see, I walk at a soda like warehouse, and the soda industry is crazy because it's grocery store. It's every day, nonstop. You only get Thanksgiving, Christmas off, or whatever.
Company man. Hell yeah. He's in the soda industry.
All right, damn it, Drew.
No, I don't like it.
Soda.
It's all fucking elbow and like it gives in my collarbone. I'm just fucking driving all day. It ain't too bad. Like I don't talk to anyone. Everyone I walk with is like, the pickers are like 20, 22. They're all right. They pretty much they all smoke pot but they talk about religion and everything, and I get like my ears pop up. I'm like I start to go off and like try to tell them everything. Trying to start a cult with them. It's just
Hell yeah.
yeah, it's just a ridiculous thing because I'm so used to being able to get off early. That's the only benefit that I look forward to. But now, like the trucks that come, they're late. The side loaders, you just have to wait for these trucks to come and then to be able to load them up. And so it could take forever. Apparently, there's this thing called Chinese hours, where if it's overtime, it's not overtime. It's not paid. It's not time and a half. It's actually half your time. So I'm getting 18, but
What?
when it's Chinese hours, I'll get paid 18 an hour. But when hang on, I'll explain.
In America?
Yes, it's something that when you go over 40, I get paid $9 an hour. My overtime is $9.
How is that legal?
That doesn't
It's
sound right, dude.
it's for one, it's North Carolina.
I
Two,
think you need to move.
Wait,
Cracks
What
all
the
the
fuck
chat.
did you?
Does he know anything about this shit?
see, it's because
That's
of these
crazy.
trucks can be late every day. Like there ain't no telling what could happen. Flat tire, anything. So you have potential to get overtime every day, which means they're not going to pay that. So they'd rather you get $9 an hour or whatever. Like I don't know. It's just the way they loophole it. So you get decent wage.
If when you work over 40 hours, they switch you over to what you would make if it was the Foxconn tower.
Yeah, I get. So if I get over 40, I'm getting $9 an hour for the rest of it. So it's not worth it. So it's like this motivation of like actually getting 40 on the dot, but actually I'm salaried.
Chris, the chat is blowing up at this. Dude, you are getting fucked, dude. You have a lawsuit on your hands.
What
That
is
is-
I can't
this
keep up.
sounds like a lot of lawsuits.
That's Robert's right. That's wage theft.
Oh,
Dude,
oh,
This is
I know.
insane.
Yes, I
I've
know.
never heard.
there's
I
no
know.
such thing as Chinese hours.
That's what they
there's
told
nothing
me.
that
That is
exists.
what my coworkers
Okay,
told me.
first
It's called-
off,
Your
First off,
coworker
they're
is not
stealing money
done.
from you. They're stealing your time
Yes.
and money. Secondly,
yes.
that sounds like an HR violation to refer to paying someone less as Chinese hours. What are you building the fucking railroad?
It's
What
what
the
my
hell?
coworkers told me that was called Chinese hours.
When you
It's-
say, "What is this on my paycheck?" I need to know legally.
That's
I
not a
see.
thing. That is not real.
That's not
Chris.
a thing, dude.
You were
It-
getting
There's no way.
Chinese
well,
hours.
hang on.
Do they
Okay,
bang a gong
How
after you hit
fast
40
happens in
hours?
North Carolina. Hold on. How fucked up is North Carolina? They still have Chinese hours.
It's very fucked up. We don't.
I don't know what
thing?
this means. Awesome super chat. What is
What?
this? Did I just make
What?
$100,000?
I don't.
What is that?
Hang on.
What is that? What denomination is that?
Okay, hang on.
It's Chinese money.
So-
Malware says, Dalton, tell this illegal to get a green card. And he tipped me $100,000 for
That's what it
COP.
is. They think he's illegal.
I
and
don't
they
know.
think they can just get away with it.
No,
Or
hang on.
the other thing.
So, with my job now, it's salaried. I'm actually so I have to get 40. They want me to get 40 hours. So if I get less, they're like, "Hey, you're less than 40." Which
No,
sucks
I
for
can
me.
see
So-
on salary they can fuck with shit like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah,
the-
salary. If you
the
took
more
a
you get-
salary job, there are obligations in your contract
Yes.
that you get fucked over on. That's
yes, exactly.
That's why you never sign a salary.
Hold on.
contract with
COP
these
is
organizations.
Colombian pesos.
Especially when you know it's a
So that was
fucking-
about rounding. That was about 20, 25, almost $26.
Nice.
Nice. Thank you, Malware, for the 100,000 pesos.
Hell yeah.
But
Um,
yeah,
oh,
it's just a lot.
he left two of them. There's another one. Oh, I just made $50, or $200,000, 300,000 Chinese official pennies.
Oh,
Okay.
Or whatever that turns to in the crypto market.
Mm-hmm.
When Mexico goes to 100 billion.
Yeah, I was when I saw that super chat come in, I was like, I guess I can pay off my student loans now.
Nope.
No, I can get a meal at Outback.
Oh, it's equivalent to lira.
Well, can I say real quick? When I was at the warehouse job, they were working us crazy hours. That's why I quit it. I was making $22 an hour. We'd be working from 7 a.m. to 11.
another
sometimes
$100,000.
1 a.m.
I'm buying my mama a house.
Yeah! Bless that man. Bless that man.
Coke money. You caught the ears some real ones.
But no, I just wanted to say real quick, like there is a point we would be overtime by Wednesday. We work Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturday. We'd be in overtime by Wednesday, and there is a point where they start taxing you so much
Yeah.
that it's not worth it. It's the same kind
Yeah.
of thing, the Chinese hours. That's all.
Well, yeah. So apparently, the more it's just this whole manipulation of, you get more money, or you get more taxes, or that's one thing people complain about. Or in my case, I can get more money, but then if I hit over 40, it's $9 an hour. Fuck that. It's just it's this weird capitalist like it's trying to motivate you to make even more money so that you can actually have money that you
But
don't
your
care
time,
about the tax.
Your time is the thing too. If you're
Oh yeah,
working hours like
that's
that,
the only
it's
thing I care about
ridiculous.
with my time.
I'm
And
trying
being able
to
to sleep.
find. I'm trying to figure out what Chinese hours means. The
Yeah, that's
only thing,
like-
What they told me.
the only thing,
What
I,
Chinese
I've-
people get paid?
Who
versus-
told you? Your coworkers?
Yeah,
Hold
my
on.
Just some guy you're working with. Oh, it's
Folks,
Chinese hours,
it's
dude.
it's real Chinese hours right now.
No, yeah.
Oh, welcome. So the only thing I could think of, we're gonna do a little Destiny here. I got a Wikipedia article pulled up. So the only thing I could find, the closest I could find, is something referencing Chinese hours. Is the 996 working hour system, and it says here on Wikipedia, the 996 working hour system is a work schedule practiced illegally by some companies in China. So, Chris, this is illegal even in China.
Even in China.
That's how much you're getting fucked.
They're
I know.
referencing an illegal thing in China.
It derives its name from its requirement that employees work from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days per week. So 72 hours per week, 12 hours per day.
That's not that bad, though.
That's not the,
I mean,
honestly.
9 a.m., you get to wake up a little bit late. And, I mean, 9 p.m., 12 hour. I mean, I work 12 to 16-hour days usually. And I have to wake up earlier than that. That's not that bad.
Oh, Malware is balling out. Look at this. He just gifted 10 Cornfed
Hell yeah.
memberships. Man, thank you, Malware must have hit it big on the Solana racist cryptocurrency.
That's actually real money.
But 12 hours a day, that's like trucking hours. It's like, blue collar hours, I guess. Like, all my friends who are welders or whatever usually work that kind of shift, but they get compensated pretty well for it. It sounds like you're getting fucked.
Yes.
It says here, hold on, it says here a number of mainland Chinese internet companies have adopted this system as their official work schedule. Critics argue that the 996 working hour system is a violation of Chinese labor law, or as they call it, Chinese labor law, and have called it modern slavery.
Yes.
Slavery.
Slavery.
Slavery. Well, yeah, one thing. So, yeah, one more thing my job told me was, like, so if you leave Ollie, you have to come
Ollie.
Yeah.
that was a really thick one that you hit us with.
Name dropped.
If you Muhammad Ali,
everybody
you have to come in Ollie the next day.
Okay.
So if I someday I'm 10 to 6:30 is my 8-hour shift. But if I leave I can
you're leaning into it.
No, I'm not. This is how I speak.
It's coming in so thick now.
It's insane.
I'm sorry. It's a cool accent. The chat pointed it out, and I'm really noticing it.
It's gay as shit.
Do not feel self-conscious, Chris.
1776.
1776.
Chris,
Get out of here.
that's the last I'll say of it. Chris, continue.
All right. So they want, if you leave Ollie, you have to come in Ollie the next day. Which
do not laugh at Chris.
Do not laugh at me. I do not like being the butt of the
You can't
joke.
say two times in a row.
I can't help it. It's English. It sucks. Ich spreche Deutsch.
Can you say
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Can you say
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Work them all.
Ein bisschen.
Ein bisschen too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
En
Chris,
français.
you're the best.
I know. Anyway.
Französisch is even gayer.
Let Chris finish telling us about how he's getting exploited by big soda.
Big
Yeah,
soda.
I do want to hear about big soda.
So it's if you come in Ollie, or if you leave Ollie, you have to come in Ollie the next day. I did that for a couple weeks, but that sucks because that means I could come in at 9, or technically I should have come in even sooner. But that might mean I walk 10 hours a day for
Whatever you want.
just to kind of. But it's just a way to I have to walk 10 hours a day sometime, and not to mention these trucks can come late or whatever, so I'm even longer. It's a lot of downtime, a lot of doing nothing. I don't like doing nothing. I like doing the shit and getting home as soon as possible. I'm very I just like to get the shit done and go home as soon as possible. That's all. And apparently this job that's a no go. But this week I'm like, no. I come in at 10. I leave whenever. I'm going to get fired. Hopefully, I'm about to I've been tempted
Motion sensor light.
Oh, I've been tempted to put in my 2 weeks or just quit, which is what I usually do. I had like 5 jobs last year. Every job was less than like 3 months. That's what I'm tempted to. I'm willing to give up the forklift job and get a fucking job at dishwashing, which I've never done. Like restaurant industry. That's the only thing I've like.
Way less money for sure.
What about
I
a job?
do not care. I need more
Okay,
time
I-
to make.
I
art.
totally
Shut
get
up.
it.
Has new jobs. Just all the jobs you
Jesus.
get could be.
Chris, you
podcasts about
have
the
you
jobs
have
you're
the
trying.
soul. You have the soul of an artist. You're destined to make little to no money at your jobs
No,
and to
the
get
time,
fucked
the
over.
time is
Yeah.
worth it.
This should
The
all
time.
inspire you. Oh, we lost Chris.
Me.
He's coming back.
No,
This
Chris,
should all inspire
Sorry.
you to this
attempt every
pain.
job.
this
Those hours
this
are
You're
crazy.
tempting them.
I need more time to make art so I can make $1 million. I do not give a shit about any company that's a corporation that makes $1 million that pays me what 15. That's what I'm usually can get around 15 an hour. Like I got just. I know I'm going to stop podcasting. I got a podcast next
Craig
week
says
coming.
you got to
out.
start podcasting.
I'm going to.
He's right about this. It's the last real job left. That's true.
I know.
Yes,
I know. Let me
podcast
get
your
through
job
it.
journey.
I gotta.
Drew, you want to do a podcast with me?
Robert
I'm going-
says
I
Robert
need to
wants
make
you to
What's
be.
his job journey?
Hold on. Robert wants you to be the voice of the Billionaire Podcast Network. Ka-ching, bing, 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 ding-diddy, fill her up.
Yes, I will be. But see, I'd rather be a starving artist, make nothing, and have more time to make art to actually get better at it. I got a few ideas for Dalton, but I just haven't been able to do it. I've been trying to get sober. I've been doing good, but then lately I've been doing bad. I've been drinking again, started smoking pot again. I got to quit that immediately.
I've been trying to get sober. I've been drinking again. Started smoking pot
Is it
again.
Where
Well,
the
no.
art comes from?
Hank, no, I was doing good. Okay, so last year, I was walking to Ashley Furniture, unloading fucking furniture trucks, but they fucking random drug tested me when I was barely smoking. Like I'd smoke 4 days off. I smoke a little bit,
They
and then in
drug tested
between,
you at a furniture store?
at 2 months, like three,
Were
two,
you
3
driving a
months,
truck, though?
they.
Wait,
No,
what
I
are you
was
doing at a
unloading.
furniture
Wait, they
store
drug
then?
tested you? Are you living in 1997? Why? How are you getting
Wait,
drug
was
Yes.
it a
tested now?
Colombian?
But no, were
No.
you
furniture
driving a
store?
truck? Or
No, I was just in the warehouse unloading the fucking shit and like.
Was it a Colombian
No,
furniture store?
no, it was Ashley Furniture. They
you
suck.
want to make sure you're on drugs?
No, it's just a thing that they
This
do.
made me laugh. Tell
Hey,
Ashley I
what's
said
up,
what's
guys?
up.
Get
I
your
don't
walk
nut
there
free.
anymore.
Yeah, get out of here.
No, okay, hang on. No, they drug tested me, and then I was fed up, so I quit for like 4 or 5 months, and I would. Pot was freaking me out. I was getting. It was just freaking me out. One time, my friend gave me a dab, and then
Correct.
Ashley, a furniture. Bobby Boucher.
dude, I have to talk to Crack first of all. Eventually, I got to get on his
Yes.
podcast. But anyway, so that happened, and
Hey,
I
you know
was
what?
so-
One of these days, we'll have you on the Crowder Boys.
yes, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be on.
There you go, buddy.
I'm saying that without having discussed this
You'd be
with my
much better
co-host
guest
at
than the
all.
one.
Right?
But-
You don't even know. I want to speak to Crack. I ain't gonna speak to him. I actually don't want to because I don't know what to say. I'll be starstruck, but that's just.
No, okay. So I was
And
getting.
Chris deserves it. his lame
so
ass job journey.
so
This
I
is
was getting
insane.
sober. Okay, so one time my my friend gave me a dab, and then the walls started to vibrate and like shine like fucking tinfoil. I was freaking
Off a
out.
dab?
Yeah, I mean I hadn't smoked in a while, and then it was it's marijuana is like tripping acid. It can freak you out. It's definitely out there.
I've been there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, is it though?
I've had a few brain accidents myself, and I'm currently in one right now.
If you have the mind of an artist that's already
Yes.
so tortured, but I mean, marijuana can, in like a number of people, induce pretty intense psychological problems.
Yeah,
Again,
so it started to do that. So I was trying to taper off, and then I would go like a month off or so, and then I would still try it because I have an addicted personality, and every time I kept doing it, I was like, oh, I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out, and so it was not fun.
Addictive personalities.
Oh yeah, I got like I said, I'm
Sorry,
technically
all addictions.
relapsing
I got my
for the
other
past
drugs in there. I'll bring them out.
for the past few weeks.
I'm
but,
so addicted to vapes. I'm smoking these, and these taste like circuits at this point.
Yeah, I don't like
What is that?
I say the Juul.
What are you smoking on, dog?
This is a
I wanna get a
Orion Bar Lost Vape Blue Raz Ice. But at this point, it just tastes like circuits and quartz and silicon.
Yeah.
Silicon.
Yeah, I never did the nicotine vapes. My vape's all weed vape, just because for work. I'm an electrician, so you can't show up smelling like weed. So
That's smart.
it's smarts, dude.
Chris, look, more than anything, you got to get out of this job. You can't keep working these Chinese hours.
Well, okay, no.
Dude,
So
what the
if I if I can get 40,
Because if you let them do this to you now,
You could go to a
pretty soon,
Starbucks.
pretty soon they're going to have you working Japanese hours. Then they're going to have you working dirty knees hours. And then look at these.
look at these hours. Well, see, the one thing, if I stay at this job, I could actually potentially get a CDL and like drive a fucking semi truck. You know, I don't want to do that.
I mean, you could do that through other means. You don't have to keep this job to do that, though. There's ways to get a CDL.
Well, yeah, but it's like I don't want to do any of this anyway. I'd rather just get a nice, easy job that I can live off of that gets me less hours.
Say an SKS and a tent, live in the woods.
Oh, I would do that. I mean, I'm so tempted to spend. You can spend $5,000 to live in the ashram in India to be a Buddhist and all that. I am very tempted to just do that and give up being,
Well, you're gonna
alive.
have to try for a year or two and see how it goes. But
Look at this. You don't have to. King Yeti says you'll be mining lithium in Africa. Next to 7-year-old man.
No
You don't.
time,
Hey, by the
dude.
way, you don't have to go to Africa for that now. They've actually recently discovered huge deposits of lithium in the southern United States, and there's about to be a big boom in lithium in the South.
China is buying mountains in Humboldt County for the manganese and the chromium right now too, so you can mine that too for the Chinese and work Chinese hours still.
Yeah, I've
You're
heard
used to
that
it.
by 2027, these Arkansas is where they found them. That's one of the places I've heard of is Arkansas. By 2027, they're going to have these lithium operations up and running, and it's going to be big business.
Big.
Mm-hmm. And guess what? Probably no Chinese. You probably get paid pretty well at no Chinese hours at the lithium mines.
It's probably a union job.
And by the way, all that exposure to lithium will probably calm you down, probably fix your brain.
It probably get you a lawsuit in the future too, and you're like old, and you see all those commercials.
No,
like
I mean,
Camp Lejeune.
I'm
You'd be a Camp Lejeune kid.
I'm driving a forklift. There was so much brake dust and everything. This and it's
You can't hold them liable for that. Though.
exactly
You gotta
what
find
the
a
fuck.
company.
So I need to
that
quit
you gotta get
immediately.
in bed
worst.
with.
I'd rather
We're
wash
talking
dishes.
about doing big business here, doing lithium mining, and then when you're 80, your retirement runs out because the IRA is all done, and
No,
they're like, "Oh, you have no money, Social Security."
Oh, retirement's done. Nobody's
no, I
401k is going to cash out. Nobody's getting
No.
Social Security.
But
You're gonna work till you're dead.
You can sue big lithium when you're
no,
80.
no. Okay, so I
There
am
you go.
very. I am
Or Energizer or whoever's mining the lithium, whatever company's mining it, you sue them.
no, there is no way
Duracell.
I can keep a job for like 20 years. I do not know how people do that and like just like give up on the dreams or whatever. I'd rather commit suicide.
Their dream was to have a job.
I know, and that's gay. That's
Any
super
job
gay.
that pays.
By the way, most people's dream is just to have a job.
I know.
Guys like you and I,
just to have a paycheck, not a
yeah,
job.
guys like us.
They say a job, and then they realize one day, I want a career. Like it's not about a job is something you jump back and forth to, like you're doing. A career is something you're doing that you can just go to another company or another industry and just keep doing the same thing for more or the exact same money at all times.
Yeah. So I need a job that's like.
No, you need a career.
Well, I need a career that's art oriented and like I need to be creative in some way, shape, or form, and I need to talk to people.
Figure out what that is and what you can
It doesn't
do to do
exist. I should commit suicide as soon as possible.
Don't say that. No, there's
I know.
always something to live for. Look at me.
Well, this channel,
I fucking lost. Look at me. Look at me. I lost everything. I was on death's door, and I'm fucking destitute now.
I'm starting a podcast next week.
I gotta save myself and my family through the power of podcasting. And look at me. I already made 300,000 pesos tonight. So there's always a way to improve your situation. It just requires the fortitude and the gumption, the strength to pull yourself up and get out of the Chinese soda mind.
You built for yourself. Because hey, Dalton, I'll say I feel like you did this to yourself. You said you weren't this god that you are. You are a comedic god on the rise. You are going to be this
in a weird situation.
Guy. And it's like, dude, you put yourself in a situation, be like, oh, I'm not this guy, and you attacked your own self for that. It's like, don't attack your own ego ever. Embrace your ego and learn how to. I know you're learning how to channel it, but channel the ego.
Chris, show us what's on that easel behind you.
Oh,
what is this?
No, well, this is.
We've been looking at this all night, trying to what? You got a mirror and an easel.
Hang on.
Look at that white Basquiat over here.
It's not finished.
I like this perspective.
It's not finished.
Interesting perspective.
It's good.
It's abstract.
What more are you gonna add to it?
That's pretty much it. I just gotta fix the eye and everything.
You gotta fix the eye. Okay.
Look at this. Yeah, there you go, Chris. There's your podcast, Chinese Hours.
No, I got a whole idea.
It might not fly on YouTube.
No,
in this economy, here's the thing. I've been thinking a lot about that interview we did with Femoid the other day, and she was right about something. You do have to make at least $300,000 a year.
Yeah,
you do have to make at least $300,000 a year,
and then just give up on your career.
She's able to do that because she has holes.
Jewish. She's Jewish.
That she's willing to show off that can make her $300,000 a year. But you have, the holes that you have, the proverbial holes, the equivalent to a pussy and butthole that you have. I know you have a butthole, but it's not one that anyone will want to see.
The dick hole is a usable hole.
The dick hole, but you know what I'm saying? The version of her pussy that you have is what's on that easel behind you, and the other works that you have, and this debonair Southern accent, the podcast. That's the thing. A lot of these women out there, they're going to make tons of money showing off their holes and tits and butt cheeks, and that's all well and good.
Years?
But how sustainable is that? Because eventually things start to sag. The pussy prolapses. That's the way the pussy prolapses, folks. Shit starts falling apart. That the OnlyFans career can only last so long, whereas being an artist has longevity because you only get better at it the longer you do it, and you can do it forever. Look at this. A cat with
that's awesome.
A fucked up cat.
It's Frank and Louie. He's an actual cat. It's a two-faced cat.
That's cool.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good sketch. I like it. I haven't seen your art before. I actually like that. That's good.
I mean,
that's
vehicle.
Good. That's
car. Really good.
Yeah, it's a car.
A vehicle.
I can't say car. I have to say vehicle.
You just say car.
What was funny to me
is sound okay.
The way you said it.
If you said car the way you said walk or work,
the way you said it tonally, it made me think like the way you were saying it was like, in case anyone doesn't know what this is, it's a vehicle.
It's a vehicle.
It has no significance. I just drew it as a vehicle. What kind of vehicle is it?
What is this? Wolf?
Wolf?
I like that.
Yeah, wolf. Another wolf.
Okay. Wolves are tight. Wolves are sick.
Show those to Shane Gillis
snake.
or something?
Snake.
Wolves.
Blue-footed booby. It's called a booby.
A booby?
It's called a booby.
Wait, why do you
wait, there's a bird called a booby and a bird called a tit?
Sure, why not?
You should try a booby with a tit.
No,
that's a booby, that's a tit.
Dude, if you gave that bird some sick tits, you could sell that easy.
You might even get a Dalton review on those boobies.
Have Bricks do Photoshop of the birds.
Doing a booby tits, and then Dalton can review it.
Oh yeah, true.
How good was Chris's booby tits?
Raphael said have femoid on a stream. So he said consider my idea of having femoid on a stream and letting us call in to talk to her. I tried to get her. I tried to get her tonight. I reached out to her and said, "Hey, if you want."
Did she unblock you on Twitter?
Yeah. We're cool now. But I reached out to her and was like, "Hey, if you want to come on the stream tonight and redeem yourself in the come step into the dojo of discourse. It's not as intense as the arena of ideas. Yeah, this is the dojo of discourse. This is where we train and get stronger
on her anti-trans agenda.
This is sort of the hyperbolic time chamber that allows us to spar and train for when it's time to step once more into the arena of ideas. But
she couldn't handle crack, dude. That was crazy. She just couldn't handle it.
They clashed. They didn't get along. But I reached out to her and I was like, hey, if you want, no pressure, here's the link if you want to hop in. Because she seemed like she was interested, but I guess she decided she didn't want to, which is fine. It was short notice. Anyway.
Well,
someone in the
learn to ball bust.
Ball busting. I can't see the chat.
Wait,
I have to go back and then it's delayed.
Someone in the chat. There's a few people good comments. English 101 with Chris is a good about Token Tony. Stuff like that. Yeah. I mean
yeah, people love you, Chris.
Well, they better.
You popped into this. There's like 40 people watching the whole chat. They don't know you, and you've swooned them. You won them over. You've endeared yourself to this.
I am a natural entertainer.
Exactly, this smattering of my audience, and they like you.
Can we talk about Hat Man?
So yeah, I mean, if you take at least 700 milligrams of Benadryl, you could hang out with the Hat Man.
Okay, it's two things I needed. I just watched the episode with Ian, which was really good. From Crash Test Dummies, we'll get on to that next. But I just need to inform you about Hat Man. So Okay, I would start out with this. One time I took I think it might have been 3 around like Lunestas with a Ritalin. Like it was before I could find
That's a thing?
Hang on.
Sorry.
What the fuck is a Wait, what's a Lunesta?
Lunesta's a
Ambien.
sleep pill.
Sleep pill.
With Ritalin in it? That's what?
So if you take,
I think they call that
Or
a big
you
pharma
You
speedball.
you combine them. It's not a thing that exists.
I combined them.
Okay.
So
Hi, Drew.
it's if you take Ambien or whatever, like they say,
Sorry, guys, grab
like
you.
hallucination or whatever. But I had the idea of like, if I took speed behind it, I'd actually be able to stay awake for the whole thing and whatever. No, okay, so I took it. Actually, it was high school. We were in the parking lot. I was going to my friend's house. He was driving his car, and we met our other friend. And I told him what I was going to do. I was like, I'm going to take a couple of Lunestas and a Ritalin. I was going to take more, but I ended up taking less. But it was like, and he was like, "You're going to die." And I'm like, "I know. I'll see you Monday." And I took it, and then not even 15 minutes down the car, like, I don't know, high rate hypnosis maybe affected it, but it started to kick in, and I was like, "Oh, ha ha ha," and then just black out.
That's not highway hypnosis. You were completely intoxicated.
It was added to it.
You were driving under the influence. That's
no. My friend was driving, so we go to his house. He says when we got there, I opened the door. I just fell. And he takes me inside. He tries to feed me bread. I was laughing that I'm eating bread, and then we go upstairs to his room, and then I get all of a sudden my consciousness is awakened again, and I'm like, I'm about to puke. Run downstairs, puke, and then so I see like 2 guards, like the ladies from The Shining, the twins. I see them like run past the room, and I'm like, okay, twins. And I kept saying to my friend at the time of like, how many people are here? There's people here, and he's like, there's no one here. And then I go up to the room, and I see the fucking Hat Man, and I'm like, who is that in the corner? He's like, there's no one here. And I finally look up, and I'm like, there's no one here. Now, the Hat Man. Yes.
Yes, Raphael. Every American does do a bunch of pills.
We do a bunch of pills at a time. But anyway, so now, the Hat Man. Have you ever heard of a video game called LSD game?
No.
Oh. So
I've done that in real life.
Yes, but this is completely LSD game stands for Lovely Sweet Dreams, a dream emulation. It's not a video game. It is a dream emulation like game, I guess. It's dream emulation. And in that game, you walk around and you hit you just bump into things and you get sequences like this. Like there's one where an elephant comes out of a hole in the ground and he just floats up. It's just a trippy game. It's okay. It's not that good of a game. I like it.
I'm just proud of how you said elephant. Sorry.
Elephant.
Anyway, are you smoking a cigarette in your house?
Yes. My laundry room. It's not really.
It's okay to smoke inside.
Plummet the resale value of your home.
We're getting to that. I'll get into that. Or if you're staying in a home for the rest of your life, you're not reselling it. So who cares about the value?
Oh, nice. One of my internet girlfriends just posted another pee-pee picture.
Pee-pee. But anyway, so in the game, LSD game, you walk around, pretty much that's the whole game. But there's this character called the Gray Man who walks and if he touches you, you go back to square one. The longer you don't interact with him, the trippier the game gets. Like colors get enhanced and all that. But the Gray Man is what I seen. It looks very similar to the Hat Man. Got a hat, trench coat, and I don't know. So the way this game got created was from this woman was having just strange dreams, and she told her boss about it somehow. And then later on, he's like, we're going to make that a game. So turned all of her dreams into this weird fucking game. And that's the first instance of, from what I can see of all these images, is Hat Man, which is in the game they call it Gray Man though, but it's the same thing. So it's this weird thing that it might actually be like a supernatural entity, but it leads to Carl Jung, which I've been getting into, of how we're all psychically, like, consciously connected and subconsciously connected. So somehow this entity, or I don't know if you want to call it a ghost or what, has like just transcended time and is infecting everyone's dreams, especially people who
diphenhydramine.
Yeah, I've done that a bunch. I've never seen him on that, but I only seen him on the Lunesta Ritalin. But somehow he's in that realm, and it seems to be an actual like thing that's happening. I just wanted to throw that out there.
It does seem to be the Hat Man and variations thereof seems to be a shared experience amongst users of deliriums. It's sort of like, when Rogan talks about the mechanical elves in the DMT world.
Yes.
If you don't have the money or access to DMT, but you have about $6 to get a ball of Benadryl, the version of that for guys like us would be the Hat Man. We've all met him. We've shared, the similar experiences.
No, we have not all met the Hat Man.
No, I'm saying people that have tripped on deliriums.
Yeah.
Like Benadryl or Lunesta and Ritalin together.
That's what I did. I'm a dumbass. Yeah. No, if you look up Gray Man, it looks exactly like Hat Man. Like it's the same character, I believe. What else was I gonna?
Well, it is the fascinating thing about it is if you go to the DPH subreddit, there's a number of people who have similar experiences interacting with the Hat Man, and as people in the chat pointed out, translucent spiders and various insects and creepy crawlers and critters. But yeah, I mean, if you ingest enough medication to where it becomes a delirium, depending on what it is, whether it's Benadryl or I guess whatever the weird speedball that you took.
I like speedball, yes.
Yeah, Token Tony says a hillbilly speedball.
Yes.
Which is Ambien and Ritalin. Then that's another way to access the Hat Man. But
yes.
The cool thing is that he is a character. Like everybody's story is like, yeah, it's a guy, like a Babadook, basically. Like everybody sees this like same sort of Babadook guy when they take enough deliriums, which could indicate some sort of spirituality to it, that maybe we're all connected in some way. And this is as you mentioned, Jungian, the shadow version of the DMT elves. If you were to visit the spirit realm, the Nirvana, whatever that you go to when you're on DMT.
Did you say Nirvana?
Nirvana.
Sorry.
Nirvana.
You get to hang out with those people, the elves and the purple lady, and they tell you that you've been here before, you're here now, you'll be here again, and you've always been here, and it's all love. That's the light. And then if you take 1,000 milligrams of Benadryl, you get to see the Hat Man, and he doesn't say anything to you. He just stands menacingly in the corner of the room while you fidget and shake your legs and feel your heart beating wrong.
That sounds terrifying.
Oh yeah, I've had some strong robo trips, and it is fucked up. It is feels like someone's like sitting on your chest and you're just fucking shaking. You can't pick up anything. Like
you're not supposed to do this stuff.
No. I fucking hate all the past decisions of my life. I hate
hey, I'm right there with you, brother. That's why I ain't making too much more than 18 an hour right now. So
wait, can you say what your job is? When we talk about jobs?
No, don't do it.
Okay, sorry. Sorry.
We all know what it is.
You said you
I
couldn't
think
have
everybody is able to deduce that from what I've said, but
Okay.
I'm according to the rules of my job, I can't actually say it. Yeah, I mean, look, it is what it is. Sometimes you do things to severely damage your brain and your bank account and the bank accounts of other people and credit. The credit bureau people's calling you and sending you letters, and you just gotta ignore all that and just keep working and pushing along, and I guess eventually it works out. I mean, count your blessings. You ain't got to deal with the fucking shit I got to deal with.
Oh, dude, I'm so tempted to, I go to a doctor, but I know that's not going to help at all.
It probably will.
It won't.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Chris. It probably will. King
No.
Yeti.
Right drugs.
No, hold on.
Right drugs.
King Yeti's wrong about that. $18 an hour anywhere sucks ass. It fucking blows, dude.
Not for that kind of job. Yeah.
I've lived off of less. I've lived off of way less.
I'm making 14, not even 15 right now. Cooking chicken.
It's fine.
Working in a
It's
deli.
fine.
Dude,
I was making 22.
I got so fucking lucky. I mean, I'm not lucky, but when I got the, where I'm doing now, I ain't got to go anywhere. And it's, my job now is going from like regional to national for the whole, my department. So they're going to start paying all of us what everyone else gets paid, like on the West Coast and East Coast and all that. So I'm about to get my base is going to go up, not including my sweet commissions, which I don't sell enough to get yet. But anyway, yeah, no, the Trick Cross says 18 USD in Venezuela or Cambodia is top 1%. Well, we're in America, sir. And that is not the top 1%
It's
here.
good pay, but not.
It is not good pay.
I mean, like I said, I'm making $14.75.
It sucks so much cock.
But it's an 8-hour shift. For the past fucking 10 years, I worked 10, 12-hour shifts, made way more money. I kind of fucked those jobs up because, like Chris said, it's just ridiculous that your whole life is there and the money's not really worth it. Like, the extra money just became the time.
I'll tell you, time. You know what sucks about this country is a lot of things, but but one of the main things.
America's the best state, though.
America's the best state for sure. One of the worst things about this country, or I guess just like anywhere really, is the way everybody's kind of indoctrinated to, you have to work, and then as such, everywhere any company you work for the most part is just gonna exploit you because they don't want to pay you. There's nobody that actually wants to pay anybody, but they have to. But they're looking for a way to get rid of you. They don't want the human labor, and so the fact that they have to have human labor right now means they have to pay you. But they're going to try and figure out whatever ways they can to pay you as little as possible and just exploit you. And then what happens is everybody gets indoctrinated into believing that, there's certain amounts of money or like I'm blessed because I'm making 18 an hour or whatever, It's like, no, it's fucking dog shit money. It sucks.
Yeah, I mean, it's the most I got paid ever. I kind of
making 12 at McDonald's and Wendy's after making 22 for a year. So I couldn't do it. I did it for a couple months, but 12 is ridiculous for the shit you have to do with those jobs. I'm sorry, Chris, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I forget what I was going to say.
18 is nice. Like if you're,
it's okay.
Oh, nice super chat from Drew. Thank you, Drew.
Fuck you,
Drew. No, I would just be more happier if I had more time to make art and everything, do what I want to do. My last warehouse job was floor and decor, tile and all that. It fucking sucked. It was all right. My coworkers were, but it just sucked. The company, the boss, what was her name? Linda Thomas or something. Fuck her. She looked like a witch.
Fuck Linda Thomas.
She looked like a witch. She long fucking silver hair and like missing a tooth. Always wore a mask, but like under her fucking nose. She fucking did not know what she was doing. So they taught me forklift, and I just went to the next thing, which is where I'm at now. So I believe in all the energy stuff, the spirituality. So the more the energy you put into whatever is what you'll get out. So this job, I'm only getting money, so I'll get money. I don't give a shit about money. I'm already a millionaire. I'm a fucking painter, musician, comedian,
You're a star.
Start
a podcast like Crack said.
I know. I'm going to.
You want me to do it with you? I'll do a podcast with you.
I got it. Well, I'm going to start a podcast about Philip K. Dick, and it's going to be called An Hour of Dick. I think that's pretty good.
Are you going to show your dick?
I can. I'm thinking about starting. I should start an OnlyFans.
You should.
Well,
show your feet.
No, I can suck my own dick.
You can?
I can.
You make money.
I can damn sure try. It'd be better than what I'm doing now. What the fuck was I going to talk about? I don't know. It just jobs suck. I'd rather have a less time at a job so I could do my shit.
Can I bitch? You called out your arch nemesis. Oh, is he gone?
What?
At work?
What?
I have this bitch at work that she has like these autistically long explanations. Like I'm the cook in the kitchen, I'm cooking the chicken and shit. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna drop the chicken. I need a break. I've been here for 4 hours. I'm gonna go to break. Can you just pull the chicken up for me? Because it cooks for 12 minutes. I'm gonna go on a 15. And she's like, well, I have to go do this and that and that. She's getting paid training for my job and getting to go. I'm in Lexington. She goes to Louisville, is getting paid training, which is like extra, and she's getting hotel rooms. But she can't understand that the steam table that we have set up, that she's supposed to leave it clean and leave the dishes, not just, she leaves the fucking dishes in the sink.
Can you see this lady's? Can you see this lady's tits on my phone?
A little bit.
Okay, I get it, Dalton. I'll shut up.
Yeah.
Look at that.
You know what?
Yeah.
Let's look at titties. You want to see? I'll show my titties.
No, don't do that. No, on YouTube.
Not on YouTube, but later. Later.
Yeah, my life sucks right now, but I mean, it's
I mean, well, I don't know. As brain accidents go, yeah, you had a tough one. I've had a few that definitely take a lot of steam out of your sails or whatever. Like, it's very traumatic to when you like finally get a brief moment of sanity and you're like, oh, I'm going crazy and I'm ruining everything around me.
Yeah, I ruined not just my life. I ruined a few lives.
I've been there.
You know, you build back better.
Yeah, life suck.
Yeah, I decided to try to get on Adderall to
yeah, that's what you need, amphetamines.
Oh, I love speed. I'll get back to that. So I was using it to try to treat depression, which can be used. There's a few cases like people do it. And it was walking for a good minute. And then Adderall is just a crazy thing. You have to like pretty much stay on it constantly. And if you try to like do whatever, like I was trying to take it when needed. And so it was lowering the dose, sometimes high. Like I wasn't trying to abuse it, but it was throwing my fucking serotonin levels off or something. So like I would take it and then like 2:00 afternoon, just insane like depression would just pop in, and then my friend who's been prescribed it was like, "Oh, that's just your serotonin level." So I was like, "Oh, okay," and then it was starting to like make me very it has to be my way or no way, like just very angry, impatient. I was yelling at my supervisors, which was fucking amazing. I love doing that.
I've been there, yeah.
It's amazing.
Well, can I
love it.
say, like, wasn't that one of the things? I'm gonna be gay for a minute. Like when Ari dosed Bert, like somebody told him there was like an extra vitamin or something that he should have given him that you can take along with stuff like that to make
Yeah,
it not be
that's
so
5-HTP shit.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's with serotonin, and it can fuck up your brain if you like get off. If you fuck up your levels, like with hallucinogens, that you should probably take 5-HTP the day after and all that.
Chris, put the link to your YouTube channel in the comments section.
It's not
after
up.
this is
It's
over.
next week on the 28th. That's numerology. It's a money number. I'll be getting to that later. It's going to be called Radio 99. I can announce that. So, because I'm gonna, I had the idea like Dalton of like just doing a bunch of like variations of like it's going to be this section of podcasts like Cornfed or it's going to be I should have been a lawyer is going to be one of the
I
episodes.
should have been a lawyer.
I'm very good at debating.
I have a whole team of. Never mind.
I should.
But can you get back to? I mean, like, do those help?
What?
The HCP things? Does that actually help?
Yeah, that's all serotonin.
Hold on. Speaking of YouTube, this is as good of a point as any to say Patreon.com. Patreon.com /Cornfed with Dalton Pruitt. That for as little as $5 a month, you'll get access to all of the premium episodes and bonus content. And then we have a $10 tier, a $15 tier, and a $25 tier to which Chris is subscribed. And that tier will get you the Fraternal Order of Cornfed decal after 3 months. So it is $75 for a sticker. Chris, yours is on the way. It's been 3 months. And that's patreon.com /Cornfed with Dalton Pruitt. Promo code Chinese hours.
Chinese.
Pat
what they told me.
And the Crowder Boys, we don't have a Patreon for that yet. We've talked about it, and at some point we'll probably start doing that. But for right now, the Crowder Boys just bounces around our channel. So the next one,
Robbie needs to get his shit figured out.
Yeah, me, Robbie, and Crack, the Crowder Boys. The next one's going to be on this channel Wednesday, the 27th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And then if you can't catch it live, it'll be up on the channel forever after it's done. And then there's also an audio feed. So if you just search the Crowder Boys on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, it'll be there. And then if you follow me on Twitter, I usually post the RSS link as well if you just want to plug it into a podcast app. But more than anything, patreon.com /Cornfed with Dalton Pruitt. And that's how you do plugs, everybody. And also, hey, do some super chats while you're here if you want to do that. Speaking of, ISIS is back. I don't know. Not really speaking of anything. I just remember that ISIS is back. It's in, everything is coming back. They got Beetlejuice 2 is coming out. They just announced that they're working on Happy Gilmore 2. And then ISIS bombed the Kremlin or something. All the beloved intellectual properties from our youth are coming back. Beetlejuice, Happy Gilmore, and ISIS. Yeah, ISIS. Robert's asking. I don't know the story. ISIS. ISIS is claiming it for sure. They are saying that we did this. That they did something, an attack on Moscow. Oh, Chris has got to go somewhere.
Uh-oh.
But But I don't know what happened. I guess I could have researched it before I said anything. But I got excited because I just remembered that ISIS is back. But wasn't that something they used to always do though? Like
so
something
scary.
like some tragedy or something would happen, and then they would claim it, that they would say, "Oh yeah, we did that," and it was always dubious as to whether or not ISIS was actually doing any of this shit, or if
They
they
were
just.
also recruiting young white women.
That's true. A lot of white people joined ISIS for sure. Let's see. Yeah, so it says here, this is let me see if there's an Al Jazeera article. I don't trust CNN. I want to get the ISIS news from Al Jazeera. Wait, there's a Reuters article. The headline says, "Why did ISIS-K attack a Moscow?" Is that ISIS with the strawberries?
It's the new trans version of
ISIS-K. ISIS-K's got them dried strawberries. Anyway, it says, so there's a Reuters article that says, "Why did ISIS-K attack a Moscow theater?" The U.S. has intelligence confirming Islamic State's claim of responsibility for a deadly shooting attack at a concert near Moscow on Friday, a U.S. official told Reuters. Here's information about the Islamic State's Afghan branch, Robbie needs to call his fucking people, known as ISIS-K, and their motives for attacking Russia. What is ISIS-K? Islamic State Khorasan. I thought that was the Jedi planet from when they go to Khorasan. Oh, here we go. But look at this. I can pay off my dad's mortgage now. 25,000 COP Colombian pesos. How much is that?
He's running out of money. He went from 100.
I gotta hold on. How much is that in real money? I gotta do. Hold on. I got the Google thing here. 25. Oh no. Hold on. 25,000
Chinese official pennies. That's what it was.
It's about $6.44. Hey, ain't nothing to sneeze at. Thank you, malware. This is the best thing that malware has ever done for me. Usually it just fucks up the family computer because I was looking for System of a Down songs on LimeWire. So ISIS, it was ziggurat. It is nothing to sneeze at. I would not sneeze at any amount of money that's given to me. That would be rude to sneeze at money.
Rude. You're just like, fuck that money. I don't need your money.
Hey, Ziggurats has a good point. Look at this. Daniel Johnston and Ween. Chris, I was actually, you know what's funny? I was listening to Ween right before I started this to get in the mood. I was listening to Bananas and Blow. You know that song?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Bananas and Blow.
Blow.
Whoa, bananas and blow. Bananas and blow. Stuck in my cabana. Living on bananas and blow.
Yeah. My favorite is well, I like all the B-sides, like Kim Smoltz. That's one of the best songs. The August Part 3, Booze Me Up and Get Me High is phenomenal. Ween's just the number one. I was listening to Hippie Smell the other day, and that's just such a catchy hook. Hippie Smell. Like, it's just so good.
I think they have a number of great albums, but one of the perfect albums that's out there just in music is the Mollusk.
Yeah.
I've listened to that front to back many times.
Yeah, your Tattoo is very similar to the Mollusk. I always thought it was, but it's not. But it might as well be. The whole one thing you got.
Super chat from Drew $1.99. They destroyed Harry Belafonte's song, yo. Oh yeah, they did a chopped and screwed version of the Banana Boat song for the Beetlejuice 2 trailer,
Oh,
which
yeah.
we'll get back to Ween, and then we'll get back to ISIS. ISIS, the terrorist organization, not the punk band that of which I'm a fan. ISIS really fucked up a lot of things named ISIS that existed before ISIS. One of which is a really great band called ISIS. The Beetlejuice 2 trailer does the trend that all the trailers do now, especially trailers for movies that are like sequels to movies that came out 40 years ago, where they'll take like a song from the movie or some hit song from that time and do the like slow down, ominous, melancholy, somber version of it,
Yeah,
So
I love it.
I don't know if you saw the Beetlejuice 2 trailer, which I think the official title is Beetlejuice. Because remember, if you say his name 3 times, he, that summons him. And so the title of the movie is referencing, that. But the trailer features the slowed down, where it goes, Dale, and then it's like, echoey and expansive. It's like, Dale. It's just really like
I have
silly.
to listen to that.
It's my initial response, because I hate that trend, was aversion. I found it, I was reviled by it. My knee-jerk response was, fuck this, gay, terrible, why would you do this? But then I went back and rewatched the trailer, because I remember I like Beetlejuice, and I remember I said to myself, now Beetlejuice as a movie and the character himself tonally is very irreverent, it's a silly character who's disrespectful, rude, and irreverent. And so I went back and rewatched the trailer, and I get the impression now that doing that with that song, this classic calypso hit,
they made it scary.
They didn't make it scary. They did the slow down, like ominous thing that you see in trailers now all the time, and they did it with like when they did Lady Ghostbusters or one of the recent Ghostbusters, or maybe even this fucking snow one they just did, where it was like a slow down, where it's like bum 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 in the trailer, so it's like slowed down and spooky. So they did it with the Beetlejuice movie, and then I went back and rewatched it, and I think what they're trying to do, the attempt, is to poke fun at that trend, because it cuts to they're having a funeral for presumably the dad from the first movie, because the actor Jeffrey Jones is a convicted pedophile in real life, so can't really cast him in a the children's movie Beetlejuice 2. You can't cast him in anything.
Did you watch the cartoon, Dalton?
I did. Yes.
Okay. Because Beetlejuice and what's her name were best friends in the cartoon.
Hold on, I just got another $100,000 from malware. Chris, I'll Western Union you 5,000 USD to catch this package in the mail and hold it for me. No Chinese hours. There you go.
Sounds good.
Just don't open it. Don't look inside. Don't ask questions.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
And yeah, so you can't cast Jeffrey Jones in anything now, except for some reason the Deadwood movie. For whatever reason, they couldn't just kill off the newspaper man in Deadwood. They had to bring him back. Oh yeah. Everybody go watch Micro Scene special on the Out for Smokes YouTube channel.
What is that? Why is there pictures of like 20 comedians behind him on there? Like, what is that about?
I don't know.
I got
So anyway, so the Beetlejuice trailer, you hear the chopped and screwed Deo, and it cuts to this funeral, and there's a children's choir at the funeral singing the Banana Boat song. So I think that they're trying to do, it's like tongue in cheek. It's like a wink and a nod to you, the audience, that we recognize how tired and overplayed and obnoxious this trope is in movie trailers, and using it this way is making fun of that trend. But
At a children's funeral?
No, it's not a funeral for a child. It's a funeral for
sorry.
pedophile Jeffrey Jones.
Oh, okay.
His character in the movie.
Well, I mean, the places they could go with that, the whole Beetlejuice world is crazy. Like
if you ask me, they don't really have to go anywhere. They don't have to do a sequel to that movie.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
No, yeah.
They could make it cool.
Another super chat from Drew, $2, well, $1.99. The original song is an upbeat slaver song. Yeah, you can listen to that when you're doing fucking Chinese hours at the soda factory.
Yeah.
Drew doesn't work at the soda factory. Chris does.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Because Drew was saying that the Banana Boat song Deo is an upbeat slaver song, so maybe Chris could listen to that to help himself get through Chinese hours at the fucking soda factory.
I was just going to bring up. Can we talk about crash test dummies?
Yes, we can. Well, hold on, hold on. Beetlejuice, Harry
Beetlejuice,
Ween. Oh, ISIS.
All
right, we'll get to crash test dummies. I guess we're doing a long one, folks.
We're doing a long one.
We're already over 2 hours. We're 2 hours 10 minutes. So just keep the super.
Nobody else
coming.
wants to hop in here. God damn it.
Tony,
where you at?
Let's see here. So ISIS K. So there's an ISIS state, Khorasan, named after an old term for the region that includes parts of Iran, Turkmenistan, and Afghanistan. Emerged in eastern Afghanistan in late 2014 and quickly established a reputation for extreme brutality. One of the most active regional affiliates of the Islamic State militant group, ISIS-K, has seen its membership decline since peaking around 2018. The Taliban and U.S. forces inflicted heavy losses. The United States has said its ability to develop intelligence against extremist groups in Afghanistan, such as ISIS-K, has been reduced. Wouldn't that'd be funny if it was just a bunch of terrorists doing like ketamine? They're fucked up on ketamine, dude. Has been reduced since the withdrawal of U.S. troops from the country in 2021. Let's see. I'm trying to get to the actual attack here. Okay, here we go. Why would they attack Russia? While the attack by ISIS-K in Russia on Friday was a dramatic escalation, experts said the group has opposed Russian President Vladimir Putin in recent years. ISIS-K has been fixated on Russia for the past 2 years, frequently criticizing Putin in its propaganda, said Colin Clark of Sufan Center, a Washington-based research group. Michael Kugelman of the Washington-based Wilson Center said that ISIS-K, quote, sees Russia as being complicit in activities that regularly oppress Muslims. He added that the group also counts as members a number of Central Asian militants with their own grievances against Moscow. Folks, you know what this means. The 80s are back, baby. We got fucking Afghanistan against Russia again. You know, this is, I mean, you know, you could dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. Dude, yeah. Everything is cyclical. Time really is a flat circle. Everything is cyclical because all this started with the Mujahideen against Russia in the 80s, and the U.S. government gave the Mujahideen all the fucking, you know, money and weapons. One of the Rambo movies is dedicated to them to fight Russia, and then the Mujahideen turned heel, Russia turned babyface, and then we entered a years-long conflict against the regions in the Middle East, and now they're going back attacking once more Russia, but I guess Russia's also our enemy still now. So I guess this is sort of like a Freddy versus Jason situation. Whereas both of them are our enemies, and we're just going to let them, duke it out. But I don't know what I'm talking about.
That's what we're doing, but it sounds like ISIS wants to have some saying and shit.
Yeah, but I guess that's why
They're
they
like,
would
hey,
attack.
we got these Jews everywhere. We need help with them. Get them the fuck
Yeah.
out of here.
That's crazy. Anyway, I just wanted to know what was going on with ISIS. I was excited. So it is. Scooney is right.
Thanks
It
for
is
that
a heel
update.
versus heel match. So it's sort of a like Undertaker versus Kane, or I don't know. I don't know wrestling that well.
Oh man, I love wrestling. The Attitude Era is phenomenal.
Oh, I didn't even see Drew. It depends on what the meaning of is. Hillary. There was some Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton. That was his like expert defense against whatever accusation, having sex with Monica, or they the sort of legalese that he used was, it depends on what the meaning of is. It's like, define the word is. Yeah, as gangster. So hold on. Hell in a Cell, Mankind. So you wanted to talk Crash Test Dummies?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, y'all brought it up the other day, and then I'm a big Crash Test Dummies fan. I found the album God Shuffled His Feet is that might be my favorite of theirs. The lyrics are just so filled with imagery. There's one song that's, I don't, the lyric is like, do people in heaven have to get their hair cut? Like that's such a strange lyric, and to put it in a song, I don't know. They're so underrated. They're phenomenal. Like
because
you go listen to it.
I've never heard anyone say the words, I'm a big fan of Crash Test Dummies.
It's my top 5 bands are Ween, Crash Test Dummies, Blaze
They're
Foley.
in your top 5?
They are yes, they're my second favorite. They are so fucking good. I love them.
I gotta go listen to this album because I've only ever heard the
it's just so like imaginative. I love like imagery, and like I'm Irish. I love creative storytelling, and that's what they are.
Everybody likes that. It's not like an Irish
No,
thing.
they don't. That
A lot of people like good storytelling and imagery and art and poetry and shit like that. Everybody likes that shit.
No, people don't like to think. I'm the only one.
You'd be surprised how many people have the soul of an artist that they've just numbed and buried over the years.
That's possible.
The fire that once what's the word I'm looking for?
Kindle.
The fire that once raged within their hearts is smoldering, but only to be reignited once more by the right, song or a poem, movie, or whatever. A lot of people are, more creative than they think. It just, that gets quelled within us as the years go on, as we just take on more and more responsibilities, and our lives, don't go the way we thought they would.
Yeah, and that's what I hate. I do not want any responsibility, at least other people's. Like, I don't want, I fucking hate it.
Yeah, well, you definitely have the mind of an artist. It's like,
oh yeah,
I don't fucking want to do anything. I want to take care of I don't even take care of myself.
I've been trying to. Yeah, I've been
quit my job and not have to pay anything.
Yeah,
I mean,
so hold on. Who are your top 5? You got Ween, Crash Test Dummies.
Have you ever
Spin Doctors?
No. Have you ever heard of Blaze Foley?
No.
Oh, he's a great country singer. Like he, I forget. I just started getting into country. My friend, I don't know what happened. He started getting into country, like watching NASCAR and everything, and making me listen to fucking what's that one song, Chattanooga or something like that. That song. And he, so I like if I'm going to listen to country music, I'm going to listen to good country. So I started listening to like Hank Williams
Jelly
and Hank
roll.
Williams Jr. and but I found Blaze Foley and just phenomenal. Same thing, like super imagery. He's got a good story. He died at like 39. Trying to. Well, I'll just tell the story of he was drinking with one of his friends, an old like vet named like I think his name was Chongo or something like that. And his friend's son, like he was drinking with the older fella, and this guy's son was a heroin addict and would beat him up for his social security checks, like his vet and everything. And Blaze was like, that's not right. And he was a person who like, did what he thought was right. He always spoke up, and they had a few political songs. Election Day, you got to go look up that song. But so he fights this dude one time, and then it happens again where he's over there drinking, I guess, and the guy's going to fight his dad, and he starts fighting him, and the guy pulls out a gun, shoots him, kills Blaze. But this kid's dad's drunk, so unreliable witness. So the guy gets off with killing Blaze. It's just a sad story, but he's such a good singer-songwriter. It just so inspirational. I'm like, I seen that shit. I'm like, I need to be a singer-songwriter again. Because I used to, I've done everything. I've write songs.
Well,
I've
if you can sing and write a song as good as you just explained that one, I think you got something.
Oh, like I said, I'm great at writing and imagery. It's just, as of right now, I have no time. If you have a job, you can't fucking live your dreams. You have to. It's just super harder. I mean, just take stand-up comedy. I mean, it's the same with any open mics, even if you're playing guitar or anything. It's a second job that you don't get paid for, that you have to. It's a lot of driving.
You lose
a lot
money.
Of waiting.
You lose a lot of money.
You lose a lot.
I just wanted to say, like, don't screw yourself. Like, maybe stay there for a couple more weeks, build up some money, and get that other job set up. That's less money, less hours. Get that set up before you quit, because that's how I screwed myself. I was like, fuck this shit, I'm out. And I screwed myself, and I'm like behind.
I struggled for a long time because I think I had mental issues that I either didn't know about or just was not addressing. But I'm saying that even before all of that, I think there was something like hindering me in life that because I was like, I could never hold down a job, and I was always like fucking up, and it all culminated in what happened to me. But I think I had some shit that just was not being addressed or treated the right way. And now, nowadays, like I'm certainly more focused. Like I know what I'm supposed to do.
You're smarter and funnier and should be making more money. And
sure. Well, I made $400,000 tonight. But I was just being hamstrung by my own twisted mind. But after losing all my fucking money and just burning my entire life to the ground, I do feel like more stable now. So it's like the things that I have to do to repair and then like live an actual life, I do feel more content doing that, like clocking in each day and working and then doing all this kind of shit and just like keeping my nose to the grindstone and just doing what I got to do. It doesn't feel as soul crushing as it used to. Like the thought of, the shit you've been saying, Chris. Like just I'm just, man's got to do what he's got to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to eat a little shit in this life. There's you a song right there. Shit eater.
Fucking cook chicken all day.
Fucking shit eater. An American ballad. But yeah, it is. Hey, look, as my dad always said, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
My dad also said, I'm gonna need money from you, at some point.
You gotta buy your own food.
Give gladly. What is this in reference to? That's more than Femoid makes in a year. Yeah, I don't know her deal.
$300,000. You made almost 4.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I made $400,000 tonight. I made more tonight than Femoid makes in a year when her pussy's on the internet.
Yeah, or dick.
Dick. Her Photoshop dick.
Yeah. Or yeah, her Photoshop penis.
Shout out, Chris.
I still don't. The crazy thing is, and I guess there's a market for anything. I mean, people pay for this shit, so But the OnlyFans thing, like paying for pornography in that way, it's pornography. It's not even. It's not even like because there's free porn. Like there's so much. We have so much access, variety, and options of just instant and free pornography. But even then, here's the thing. I'm really good at jacking off. I'm really fucking good at it. So even if all of the pornography went away, like all the free pornography just got deleted from the internet, I could jack off to just like a woman's profile picture on Twitter. Easy, no problem. And even if all that went away, if all the thirst traps and profile pictures went away and that there was nothing left, I could do thought jacks. Easy, no problem.
That's what I do.
I'm not the intended audience for OnlyFans, but I do find it baffling that there's such a market for it. There's women who, hey, more power to them. It's changing lives. I just saw today that Drea De Matteo from The Sopranos, Adriana De La Cerva,
so hot.
I saw that some article came out today, and I want to believe
she's old now, but she was hot.
Well, I want to believe that this is true, that she made more money in 1 month on OnlyFans than she made for the entire run of The Sopranos. So there's money to be made. There's a lot of money in holes, is what I'm saying. In pussies and buttholes and titties and butt cheeks.
Well, good for them, but it's not rape. God damn it!
Yeah,
it's not rape.
It's not rape.
Fuck Femoid, goddamn! No, I hate that bitch. I hate that
show. Don't hate her.
No.
Friend of the show.
Friend.
Yes. Okay. Sorry.
She's gonna get a show on the network.
Yeah, she's welcome anytime.
Yeah. Yeah, Robert said, Drea De Matteo paid off her mortgage the first day of OnlyFans. Oh, wait, does Chrissy Mayer has an OnlyFans?
Wait, Chris, was it you that was saying that guys is kind of like rape for guys, too?
Yeah,
because you don't want to be there paying for this shit.
If I could not do that, it'd be
you just find a girlfriend. Like, it's so easy to just find somebody to fuck on a regular basis. Sorry.
I mean, no, it is. It's like for one, if I had the opportunity, I probably would. But it's like at the same time, I wouldn't want to.
People suck.
Well, yeah, no, I just know the psychological factor of what it would do to me is like, oh, is this the only way I can get laid to pay for it? And it would.
You've never paid for
50,000 Colombian pesos from malware. It's Chinese hours, folks. It's real Chinese hours here.
Well,
Yeah, Chrissy posted some feet pictures, and she had to have her shoes removed with a hammer. So, I'm trying.
well, I was gonna. I don't know. You talked about dads, so I was going to bring up my dad. It's just a little bit.
I was gonna say, do you have kids?
No.
Okay.
No. It's. I don't know. It just tells a little bit more about where I come from of having an alcoholic father. For one time, my dad said to me, "Life's a bitch, and then you
Did
die."
he drink while your mom was pregnant? Is that why you sound this way?
Probably. Yeah.
That's Dalton. That was me.
It just didn't make sense. Is what I was.
I was just gonna bring this up. I think it'd be a good thing for the chat and everything. So
you guys are watching the chat. I can't see the chat. God damn it.
No, I just have it up on the corner. But my dad. I'll tell the whole story. My dad's dad.
Please do.
Dad died when my dad was like 12, and my dad found alcohol at like 15 and drank till the end. He died at like 46. He hung himself with a telephone cord. And I know what you're thinking. Who's got a telephone cord anymore? That's the first joke I've ever written. But no, so
wait, like your dad hung himself with a telephone cord?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. Alcoholism and just devastated everything.
Was it long distance?
Was his dick out?
No. He hung himself off the.
It wasn't just for fun?
No. He hung himself off the satellite dish.
Oh.
The telephone
what?
Cord. Yeah, he had a satellite dish. But no, just alcoholism, stealing power from the neighbor, big extension cord, hoarder, started developing that. Like he had when he died in the house, I tried to just look through the house and like, I got a record.
How old were you?
I was probably like 19, so it's been like 11, 12 years almost. Since he's passed.
Wait, did you find him?
No. His cousin found him, who looks exactly like him. I'm pretty sure it was on his birthday as well.
Off the side of the house from the satellite dish?
Yes. I've also, I think I've discovered so February is the worst month for me. I figured out that it is actually like seasonal depression. So this February, I'm going insane.
Easter's coming. Sorry.
It is.
Sorry.
You're fine. Never mind. But I was just gonna bring that up, just cause that's just like where I come from and how I
Jesus, what the fuck was that?
My personality comes from of just being dark and depressed and like having like. I think it's better to not have a father than to have a father that you don't want to be your father. Because at least if you don't have a father, you can come up with this like imagination of, oh, he was greater than he was, But for me, I actually knew my father. He drank and played AOL poker. I remember his screen name was Nightcrawler69.
Nice.
Yes. But if you have that as your screen name, you should not be allowed to have kids. Was
he a good dad? Like, did you talk to him?
No, he was a quiet.
You didn't talk to him or hang out with him at all?
Nope. He never hung out with me either. Like, he was just quiet. He had sleeve tattoos.
He hung out with himself.
Yeah. My dad, he always
Dalton.
He always wore a Harley Davidson trucker hat and he always had a mustache and sleeve tattoos. He had like a naked Viking lady on his forearm.
Naked bucket lady?
He always smelled alcohol and cigarettes and just not something you want to be around. He's hit my mom and all that. It's just like not a good role model. And so when he died, I was like happy. and then so it's a very different upbringing from other people, and I definitely have alcoholism as well, and it's devastating. I have to I quit, and then I don't know why I start up again, but then I just do, and then because it is fun sometimes. But no, I fucking hope to God I can get sober this time and never ever.
Do you need to get sober for a reason?
Absolutely, drugs have ruined my life. Even marijuana. It's like,
Me too.
Do you have like a pending court case going on?
No. I've never been
Okay.
to jail. I've never.
Okay.
I never will be.
You
It's
just need
just
to do it for yourself.
No,
I
I've
mean, I
gone-
probably should too.
No, yeah, I've
there's
gone
probably people in
crazy.
the chat that would.
people
speak
don't know what
to
crazy
that.
means. It like there's I would say there's 3 types of crazy, which is 1, you don't know you're crazy. 2, you know you're crazy but you're okay with it. 3, you know you're crazy and you're not okay with it, which is probably the most. It might be the most
When
dangerous.
you're absolutely crazy, you don't. You're just out there. You don't have any acknowledgement of
Oh
it.
yeah, that's what
my sister. I'm dealing with that.
Well,
with
that's
my
what I
sister.
experienced on Adderall. It put me in a psychosis.
The
that
Adderall.
I didn't know I was in until I
mixing it
stopped
with-
taking it.
Wait, what was your poison?
No,
Adderall.
no, I did
and
that.
what?
No, that
Sleep medicine.
that was senior year of high school. So that was like over
Okay.
10
That was a
years ago.
long
And
time
I
ago. Long
did it
time
one
ago.
time. That mix.
I'm sorry, Dalton. Would you like to retake your show?
Yeah,
Well,
I just wanted to bring that up. I don't know why, but it just. I don't know. I'm a crazy person. Yeah,
You're not crazy.
I am
You're
crazy.
Not crazy.
I mean,
You
it's
just have a weird speech impediment.
I mean,
and
I
we
could
love
probably
you for
guess
it.
why you wanted to bring it up.
We
Is,
want to hear you talk
Uh,
more.
uh,
you're traumatized because your dad killed himself, and it's trauma.
Yeah, I have a
But
bad
he didn't
habit of
care.
trauma
He
bonding.
said he didn't care. He didn't give a fuck about his dad. He's like,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
glad
I'm glad
he's
he's
dead.
gone. Like it's I don't know. I just like
Sorry, my cousin had to see him hanging from this satellite dish from a what kind of cord?
telephone cord.
Telephone.
Yeah. I don't know why I brought that up. It's just the fact that I like to talk about myself and be the center of attention, and I would do anything to achieve that goal.
Can I help you? Can I help you? Because you do
probably
say
can't.
certain words right.
I
You
can.
You
yeah.
can pronounce word. You
I
say
can.
walk.
Don't disparage
and
Chris
work.
because of his debonair Southern
His-
dandy
His
accent.
Irish accent.
It's not
Irish English
his
accent.
North
I'm sorry. I
Carolina.
apologize. But
Well, That was a
It
very
is
that was
fun
a
to
very
listen to, for
sad
sure.
story.
yes, it was.
Yeah, I like sad.
Yeah,
You
that
like
was
sad?
that's a damn William Faulkner fucking
Chris, you're awesome. I'm
tale
sorry. I'm
you
not
just
trying to
told
be
us.
shitty. I love you, Dalton. I don't mean to be. I'm sorry. I'm
No,
not
I mean
trying to-
everything's better now, as far as that goes. I've had. I don't really have too many stories.
Yeah, you seem like you're doing really well these days.
Better, I guess, but
Yeah.
like I have a few stories. It's just they're not. It's just like big gaps in between. Like, okay, I'll tell you this one story of so I lived with one of my friends at the time. It was a roommate, and then he went crazy, and so my landlord,
Now
my
you're
mom.
trying to do an accent.
No,
Yes,
No.
you are. Don't
I-
lie. I've been listening to you talk for like an hour. Oh,
this is all natural,
Like,
baby.
Do not.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, so I had a roommate, and okay, so he was getting chicks off of Tinder, and he found this one who's she's 20, she had like 3 dogs, and my roommate had a dog as well. She had a big German Shepherd, some like corgi that was, I believe, blind, and this pit bull, little blue pit bull that was deaf, who loved me. But so one day
Where did you?
hang on, she lets out the dogs apparently he had given her a key, I believe, and like she was staying there too much, and the dogs were staying there. She let out her dogs, and my mom has a dog at the time, Jinx, who's the best like pit bull I've ever met. Just so full of love. He loved people, but he hated other animals. So she lets him out. My mom's at home. The fence fighting the dogs. So my mom gets a gun and shoots at a tree.
Like with sword?
Yes, they're fencing, and so she scares the dogs, and then they're back inside, and so she tells my roommate, I don't, no more dogs, into where he exploded, and it was like, fuck you, you stupid cunt, I'll burn your house down. Boom, you're getting evicted. So that was a bit of a trial, like it just sucked. I was so stressed out. But he got evicted, and now I live alone, and it's pretty great. I love it.
Wait, did that happen recently?
No, that happened like 5 years ago.
Okay.
50,000.
Yeah,
Colombian
boom. That's how I got this
pesos.
room now.
See, I'm making you money, Dalton.
Chris's origin story gonna make me relapse on hydrocodone and codeine, says Malware. This is quite the meandering story. You got to trim the fat on this one.
Well, that one is just I had the short story is I had a friend, roommate, he fucked up. We're not friends anymore.
Yeah, because I feel like we got too in the weeds on these like dogs' personalities and their story, and it was you could
there's a blind one and a deaf one, and
I didn't even know what the story was really about because I was
arguing through
thinking
the
about
fence.
these dogs and
No, the dogs
how
were just
shitty their lives are already. God damn! And then somebody's shooting guns at them.
I got to be honest
what?
with you.
What's going on?
I kind of zoned out during that story, and I was just thinking about dogs. Just imagining some cool dogs. Yes.
I don't know. I just like talking about
You're
myself.
in the hot seat now, Chris. What don't you know?
How long have you been in that place, Chris? Like where
On this
are
place?
you living? Yeah.
I don't know. I guess 5 years, maybe.
Are you?
I don't know.
Is it your own place?
I live in the house that my grandma raised my mom in. So the house I'm in is from 1946.
Yeah. Do you guys want to get some news stories?
Sure.
I've been let's see. What's going on here? Well, I would
be happily research stuff that you.
Pat wants to know if those dogs are playing
you don't
poker.
seem to have any kind of like. Can I be your Shannon?
No, I've been following this. I'm a big fan of cinema movies, and one of my favorite actors, who I guess he's not necessarily a new actor or like an up and comer, but he's starting to become more prominent and get like starring roles rather than supporting character actor roles. And it's my man, I believe he's Armenian, David Dastmalchian. And I don't know if you've seen this. He is starring in a horror movie that's about to come out called Late Night with the Devil.
I just seen the trailer for that. That looks really good.
It looks fucking sick, dude.
It looks good.
That's right up my alley because it's like a possession movie that takes place in it's like the 70s, and he hosts a talk show, and it's like this scary possession movie. It looks awesome, and he's a phenomenal actor. I've enjoyed him in everything I've seen him do, even like the dumbass shit that I've seen him in. Like he was in that Flash TV show where he played like a villain that was a magician or something. Like really stupid shit. But he's a great actor. It's cool to see him in a leading role like that.
Yeah, I don't like horror movies, but that one does look good.
Yeah, it looks tight. But there's this big controversy right now because the movie they made the movie like 2 or 3 years ago. You know how Hollywood is. They get these things in the can and it can take a while to get distributed. You know all however whatever the Jews decide. You know, and so it's finally coming out, and it looks like at the time that they made the movie, they used AI to generate some artwork that's used in the movie, and it's just like interstitial images and like like shit that's like behind him on the set. And so they used AI for it, and there's been like this days long discourse about this. As far as I've seen mostly on Twitter, and then I guess there's like actual news sites that are talking about it. Where people are very upset that AI was used in any capacity to make this movie, and they're talking about boycotting it, and that this is a disservice to actual artists that could have worked on the movie.
It's fucking
Oh,
retarded.
50,000 pesos. Chris, I was joking. Don't do drugs. Sorry about your father. Heart
I agree.
Emoticon.
Chris isn't sorry about his father.
No, I agree with don't do drugs. The only part I'm sorry about my father is that he was an alcoholic who ruined his life and everyone around him. Other than that, suicide was his. Like he could have either went two ways. What try to better himself. I don't know. Like donated.
He could have stayed alive or done what he did.
Yeah, he could have like tried to change his life or whatever, like be a better person. It would never have redeemed him, but he at least would have tried, or he could have just left immediately, which probably just again goes to as crazy as I was feeling like in the beginning of February.
Jump off a bridge into a river. Like
don't say that,
like, No,
don't,
I mean,
let's hold on. Let's get off of this. Here's the thing.
You're fucking at the satellite.
I've seen people. Here's the thing.
They probably needed that cord for
this
some
movie
reason.
with David. Let's get back on topic. This movie with David Dastmalchian. It looked fucking tight as hell. And there's all these people online are saying shit now like, oh, I was stoked on this movie. It looked awesome, and but now that I know that they used AI, I guess I'm not gonna see it now, and we should all boycott this movie for using AI. And here's the thing, these are this is the pinko commie side of the internet. These types of people, the for lack of a better word, leftists. Nobody likes them. They're a minority in this country, and they're pretty reviled. Leftist types. And they are annoying. They're very gay whenever they say anything about anything. And so the bitching, pissing, and moaning I've seen from these people regarding the use of AI in this movie, I think is only it makes AI look better if it's pissing them off in this way. It's like, well, I support AI now if it's getting y'all's panties in a bunch. If you want to act gay about it, point AI on this one. But I think it's also very foolish to think that they're going to be able to stop this. The AI is here, and it's only going to like get better and better. And what it's capable of doing is going to improve.
Can I ask what is the difference between AI and CGI? Which they have been using
CGI is computer generated imagery, so that requires like a human actually sit there at a computer and construct whatever whatever it is, and it can be assisted by AI, but it still requires human input to create whatever the CG is. AI generative, like anything that's actually generated by AI is without any input from a human other than like the prompt. So you give the AI like a prompt of what you want, and then it reaches through this repository of just like everything that's ever existed, I guess, and then generates something based on that. So the criticism of it is that it's not really creative. It's just it's always derivative because it's, AI doesn't have thoughts or feelings or emotions or any sort of point of view. It's just drawing from all the shit that already exists to generate something based on a prompt. So it's inherently lifeless. What does this mean? What does malware mean by that? Not that. LMAO, Dalton couldn't hold it. I don't know what that means.
Well, so are you for AI?
So I'm very pro AI because I think working sucks, and I would prefer robots to do all the jobs. Yes.
Yes.
That's where I'm going with this. Is just
Well-
let the fucking computers do all the jobs and stop with, because these people are not gonna fucking stop this. It's here. It's coming. It's only gonna get stronger, and of course everybody's gonna want to use it, and it's only gonna get better. Like all the fucking like criticisms and complaints about it right now are really born from the fact that people are just scared. People can feel their own obsolescence happening. They're like being rendered obsolete by this, and so they're afraid because like what does this portend, this new technology? Like what am I gonna have to do now that even creative work, even like highly skilled labor can be outsourced to a fucking computer? What happens to me? And it's like, I don't know, figure it out. Like we have to adapt.
Yeah.
So you just gotta fucking figure it out.
See, that's just the bad thing of like, especially for anyone like who would like to draw, you completely outsource. Like I could just type in a thing and get as many images as I want through this AI program. But that sucks. So that leaves me out of a job, which that's fine. But we got to get universal base income. But I propose this scenario for you in the future, which is what I thought of. So in the future, you'll be able to, however they do it, plug in whatever you in your head, and if you want to make an album, boom, it's right there. Here's an album. Here's a book. But the problem with that is you will not get any fulfillment, and you will still be depressed because the way you get fulfillment is actually doing something, and it's difficult, and you fail, and you keep doing it, and then you succeed, and then you actually, reach happiness.
I don't think AI can ever do what you're describing. AI is always going to be derivative, and it doesn't.
You draw a car and call it vehicle.
AI is never going to have a perspective. Like that painting behind you, regardless of what anyone thinks of it, I think it's great. But that's your perspective. That's your own like human mind thinking about the world and taking these abstract thoughts you have and filtering them and putting them on the canvas. Well, AI can't do that. All AI can do is like root around all this stuff that already exists and create this like composite sort of amalgamation, based on.
You guys need to stop talking about this shit because AI is gonna learn that it needs to fail, and that's how it's gonna take over the world.
Sure, let it take over. But I mean,
jokes and do bad drawings.
But here's the thing: I think like AI itself is not creative. I mean, even as it is now, it still requires human input. You have to give it a prompt. Like you have to push it to actually do something. AI is not going to sit there with its thoughts like we do and think of anything and create it.
But it could be programmed into it.
Yeah,
maybe at some point, but right now all AI is it's not really AI. It's like a like language, like large language learning models and like generative software that can like process all this data really quick and make something based on an input, but that doesn't mean it's actually like thinking about things and creating them. So AI is kind of a misnomer. It's just like really dope software, to be honest with you. But its utility,
It's
like
Terminator.
its application as it develops, I think like what it can, the good of it, what's good about it, what it can be used for, is just another tool that can be used by creative people and artists and everybody. Is that the same way that people you do CG now or have painted or whatever. It's just another fucking paintbrush that you can use. So I think people are thinking about it the wrong way because they're scared of it because they saw like Terminator 2 and they think that that's what it is, or that it's going to like render us obsolete in some way. But I think it's just another evolution in our I don't know, journey as humans, perhaps.
Well, I mean, does it make us more lazy? Like, God damn it.
That's up
Like,
to
Chris-
the individual. I mean, you're only as lazy as you want to be. So it's like if there's something out there that can just assist you in your own like creativity.
I mean, Chris, did you draw those the vehicle that I'm teasing you about? Did you draw that with your hand and a pencil?
Yes.
Like, I mean, would it make you more lazy if you could just
Yes.
kind of do a basic?
Well, see, that's the problem. You would be able to do anything you put your mind to, but you really would you would just type it out. Okay, here it is. And you really wouldn't know if you had the ability to do it yourself. So it's, sure, to get everything you've ever wanted through very easily through machines and whatever, it would be fun for a bit, but it's not sustaining. You would eventually like, can I actually do this? And you would just be a drone. Like, here's the thing, computer, do it. All right, it's done. I guess I'm a genius. But you would really never
you could
know.
just done a basic outline and let
and it would do it for you.
in.
So you wouldn't actually be able. It would be the same thing as what television has been. Just watch it. Next,
and we just
watch
stop
it,
using
next.
our hands.
Yeah,
I can barely even write anymore.
Yeah, I would lose the ability
my
to draw,
hands.
and then I would just have to depend on this technology. And I do not like anything. I like to be independent, and that's what I've learned. You got to always try to be the best version of yourself. That's Christ consciousness, and that's the Kundalini and all that. And
Cunnilingus, yes.
Yes.
Wait, what?
So in 2022, I took a bunch of mushrooms the whole year, and it kind of
How? Of course you did.
it triggered a bunch of things. I ended up. Never mind. Anyway, so
okay.
By the way, I just wanted to give an. I did. If you go to my Twitter at Dalton Lee Pruitt, I did post the link to my Discord, the Cornfederacy Discord. So if you follow me on Twitter, that's my most recent post. Be sure to join the Discord. It's X, formerly Twitter, at Dalton Lee Pruitt. Join the Discord. We mostly just talk about food.
Yeah.
Pew pew.
Well,
Fill her up.
Fill her up. My point is, I find these people online very obnoxious, and they don't really create anything. It's all grandstanding, and it's the morality Olympics for them, and I think they just want to see, they want to have a good person competition. Like, oh, they used AI for a movie, and I care about workers so much, so I'm not going to go see the movie. And it's like, okay, well, a mighty blow you've done to AI. That's really going to fucking stop it. There's no stopping it. It's already. What did Drew? I didn't expect such a poignant sentence from somebody who drank 20 Coors Lights earlier, but He said something. He said something very profound. AI once created will cascade upon us in a way unforeseen. Oh, and he just gave me a super chat. Folks, give some super chats. Shout out Plague Dogs movie free on YouTube. I don't know what that is. But Malware gave you a compliment, or I don't however you want to interpret this. Chris definitely did not use AI to create his art. But I will say that's the thing though about human art versus AI is like as AI now everything looks fucked up anyway. So it actually does have this very like surrealist quality to it where everybody has like 14 fingers that are bent the wrong way, and I think it sometimes it actually looks kind of cool how fucked up it is. But as it gets better and better, it's gonna like right now it's so primitive and rudimentary that it just looks fucked up, and then it's gonna get better, and then it's gonna like reach that like uncanny valley territory where it looks like too good, and that's what is unsettling about it to us is that this actually looks really good, but I can still tell that a robot made this.
But is that one of the rules though that
I don't know.
Has to be shorter finger.
No,
but the thing is that even as AI progresses and it can create anything and everything at any level of quality, it still is not. It doesn't have any perspective. It doesn't have like a point of view about anything. Any point of view that's being derived from when you look at an AI generated like work of art is still coming from whoever wrote the prompt. And that's not to give any sort of credit to these fucking finance guys that are getting into it who think they're artists now. But, I guess to a degree, yes, because anything they make is still their point of view. But they're just like typing it in. But whereas like Chris, like the things that you're painting, like that thing behind you and all the stuff you've shown me, that what makes that transcendent in a way that AI can never be is that you are a human that exists, and you have your own life experiences that you're drawing from, and you have a point of view, you have perspective, you have feelings.
Yeah,
and what does any of that mean? I mean, look, what does any of that mean? What is consciousness? What does it even mean to be human? Because and what happens when AI starts to take on qualities that we deem human?
That's the thing that I have. Like AI it can make some cool stuff. Like I agree. Like some of it is like I'm really impressed by. But the thing is, if you look at all even great artwork of movies, all the good stuff is they put their soul into it. They put themselves into it. So you actually get this like this total experience of, I don't know, human, I don't know. But with AI, there's just something like it doesn't have a soul. I guess it could possess one, like, I guess in time, or if you actually put enough thought into your prompt to where it could like actually create a genuine like, oh, that's actually really interesting. But no, if you just make stuff to make money, then I guess, yeah, you'll get money. Like, look at all the dog shit movies that come out. It's like, it's the good guy wins. It's just uninteresting. It's but all the like, I don't know, all the Coen brothers. I haven't watched that, but all the Coen brothers movie, like that's so interesting. It's like you can tell there was like the human consciousness apparently seems to be better than AI right now. Like I don't think an AI could make a Coen brothers movie or like a Picasso or a Van Gogh or anything like that.
No, it could do some approximation of that.
Yeah, it could get close, but it's not. You're just going to be able to tell if this isn't.
Yeah, it can create like a simulacrum, but nothing that even really resembles it in any meaningful way. So, and I mean, that's I mean, I guess ultimately the question is, what does it mean to be human? What is consciousness? What are we? Because look, the way I see it, AI, however you want to define AI, we made it. So the fact that it's a human creation means that it is inherently imbued with that which is human, whatever that may be.
Yeah.
If we are made in the image of God, we are godly, and if AI is made in the image of us,
Yes.
it is human and therefore godly. Is an extension of us, and we also being extensions of God, and so on and so forth.
You guys have music and stuff and can draw. This is my artwork.
What is that, crochet?
Yeah.
That's
my
nice.
mom crochets. That's nice. Is that Gryffindor scarf?
Yeah, that's actually useful, and people
I
will
didn't know
buy
you
it.
were. I didn't know you were a bigot.
How does that make me a bigot?
That's a Gryffindor scarf?
I can't draw.
But
I
hold on.
suck at talking.
That's a Gryffindor scarf. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
it's for Tiana, Dave Temple's girlfriend.
Okay.
But I mean, I think this is pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that's all walk that can be worn.
They look great.
Yeah, you can make more money doing that than painting and all that.
The Origin of Consciousness, etc. by Julian Jaynes.
I mean, you guys are talking about AI.
I
mean, there are machines that can do that can be programmed by AI, but like the drawings and stuff, the art.
Now this all goes into Philip K. Dick
the
categories.
Comedy, the fucking commentary on corn-fed bar reacts to red bar reacting to. There's no AI could not ever do that. No. They could not.
I guess
fucking fuck AI.
This is
AI sucks.
It all goes back.
We need original content creators.
Chris, what is your favorite flavor of Gatorade?
Yellow, probably.
Nice, thank you.
Here's a question for you. What's favorite soup? Campbell's soup.
Campbell's.
Mine is the
tomato with grilled cheese.
That's a classic, yes. But it's like the vegetable beef, whatever with barley is phenomenal. You got to try it.
I think I've had that one.
It's the only one I buy now.
I don't eat a lot of canned soups. And it
is a little weird if you do.
It's not weird. I mean, it's not weird. It's just like typically if I'm eating soup, usually it's ramen.
That's not soup. It's not soup. That's noodles.
A soup. That's a soup. That's a soup. Ramen is a soup.
I guess.
Chris, if I know one thing in soups.
He asked the question.
Don't challenge me on soups.
What's your favorite Campbell's soup?
But I guess as far as like Campbell's goes, we lost Chris. Oh, he's back. I'm trying to think as far as Campbell's goes, probably I don't know, like Italian wedding.
That's a thing.
I don't know, man.
I'll have to try that one.
What is yours, Chris? You asked the question.
He said like the barley or whatever.
Yeah,
barley.
It's like vegetable beef with barley.
Barley.
There's better soups.
Well, now we don't have.
I don't know.
Campbell's sucks unless you're getting tomato to make grilled cheese with. Don't get Campbell's. Get the Progresso.
Yeah.
Or I mean,
you're a soup fan.
Clam chowders are good. I'm not big on those kinds of soups. I usually go ramen. I like ramen.
Ramen just fucks me up. It's just noodles, and I don't feel good after I eat it.
It's very bad for you. It's a lot of sodium and really cheap noodles. But the ramens you get at like an H Mart are great. All those
have you ever eaten it dry? Just like
a couple times, yeah.
A couple times, yeah.
I don't like doing that. I
No,
feel
my
like I'm in
friend-
prison. That's like a prison thing to do.
Yeah, no, my friend showed me that, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I tried it," and I'm like, "Yeah, I guess it ain't that bad, but it's."
Do
Drew,
you dump the powder on it?
let's hear
before you
it
eat
No.
from the
dry?
chat. Drew says ramen isn't soup. Folks,
Debate.
Serious question though. You just,
folks,
do
go
you
ahead
dump the
and
powder?
throw it in the chat. Is ramen soup? Feel free to leave a super chat as well. But the topic now is
God damn it!
ramen
Is
soup.
ramen soup.
Ziggurats makes a good point. French onion is great, but out of a can, I don't know, because the appeal of French onion is that layer of burnt cheese on top. That's what I go for. That's what makes a French onion good. So folks, is ramen soup? I don't know. I'm doubting if I'm unsure. I think it's got to be a soup because it's broth and noodles. You would like chicken noodle soup is basically ramen.
I'll give it to you. You're right.
Yeah, like anything like broth and noodles would be a soup.
It's ramen soup. Ramen noodle soup. You're right. I take back what I said.
Okay, thank you. Ramen's good.
It is good. Yes. It's just after I eat it, what did I do that for?
Yeah, it fucks me up too. It's way too much sodium.
Yeah.
Hey, I like going to fucking like the H Mart and getting all them different kinds of ramens from Japan and Korea or whatever. That's fun. What was I gonna say? Ramen noodles.
AI.
Sea dumps. Wait, you're here.
I asked and you
No,
didn't
too.
answer.
Oh, do you sprinkle
no, I
the powder?
don't. No, you eat it raw. You just
We proved Drew's mind. Ramen is a soup. We proved his mind. This is the dojo of discourse. What was I gonna say? Oh, there I do. Okay, so I don't know if you remember this. Years ago, Red Robin, the burger chain, Red Robin, yo,
Red
yum.
Robin. Yum.
they had a hamburger at the time. It was a specialty, which I think was like. By the time I got it, it was one of those things that was hip and trendy on the coast, like in the cities, LA, New York, and then worked its way towards the middle of the country and finally made its way to Texas. But it was a ramen burger where the buns were like semi-cooked ramens, like the thing in the ramen bag was the buns, but they were like crunchy on the outside, so it held the burger together, but then you bite into it and it was like cooked ramen inside. I don't know how they did it. And it was like this like Japanese fusion type hamburger with like all the kind of ramen flavors, like Japanese umami flavors or whatever. To this day, I still dream about that hamburger. It was awesome. I love dumb food. I love food that's stupid as shit, and I love it when they try to take a food and like take one thing and turn it into another thing. You know what I mean? And so I think about that burger a lot. And it's gone now. It's gone forever. Robert says they fry the ramen noodles, so I guess that's how they do it. It's fried. Ziggurats in the chat says Arkansas is surprisingly beautiful. I mean, it's the natural state. That's what they say. But yeah, the ramen burger is good. I love it when they take food and try to turn a thing into another thing. You know what I mean? Like one time in Dallas, there's a pizza place called Zalat Pizza, Zalat. They have an elotes pizza. So they took elotes, turned it into a pizza. That's always I like that when they do dumb shit with food. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When I was in Colorado, I had a pizza. I forget what else was on it, but they put asparagus on it. It was actually really good, though.
What was it?
They put asparagus on pizza.
On pizza?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Asparagus is great.
Yeah, it was
That'd
good.
be okay, yeah.
Asparagus pizza. What else was on it?
I
Bacon?
forget. I'm sure like oil or something, but it was pretty good.
Oil?
I don't know.
There's
Olive
asparagus
oil.
and oil in a
it-
pizza.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Cappy.
Sorry, Dylan. I gotta pee. I'm gonna shut up.
that's okay. What was I saying? Asparagus on pizza. You know, and there's always this Reddit ass conversation about does pineapple belong on pizza? And it's like, well, it's up to you if you want it.
It doesn't.
Yeah, nothing belongs on pizza. Nothing matters. Nothing's real.
It's all an illusion.
Where's all that feedback coming from? Why I hear?
I don't know. I'm hearing it too, but
that must be her headphones that she's like. You see, nobody has any broadcasting professionalism these days.
It takes time.
You would think that somebody that works at Kroger would know how to do broadcasting better.
Are you sure about that?
But you know, people talk about pineapple on pizza, and they get into these contrived arguments where they pretend to be upset about the concept of pineapple on pizza, which is even if you don't like it, it's a benign thing to, you know, it doesn't affect anybody. But
it definitely upsets me.
It upsets you, just the idea of it.
Yeah, and I've tried it. It's just not good. I don't want fruit.
I like it. I think the sweet and savory complement each other quite well. And I've always enjoyed pineapple on pizza. And beyond that, I've had pizzas with other sweet toppings that are pretty good. I've had pizza with Granny Smith slices. That was good. I've had pizza with peach on it. That was pretty good. It was like a peach goat cheese pizza. I've had pizza with mango. You know,
that's crazy.
We haven't even explored the capabilities of pizza to the fullest extent yet, because people are still hung up on pineapple, and that's holding us back from exploring what we can actually do with pizza.
I'll give you that.
There's so many things that you could do with pizza. It's a very versatile, folks. It's a very versatile food. You can do a lot with it. Probably. We we're holding ourselves back with this fucking pineapple argument. We should be so far beyond pineapple at this point. We should be putting fucking blackberries and blueberries and all kinds of crazy shit on pizza by now. We haven't even moved past pineapple. A durian pizza.
I'd try that.
It would be gross.
It would, but
durian's pretty gross. Yeah, I like pizza. I think I'm running out of steam here. This has been fun. We should probably take this in for a landing. We've been going over 3 hours now.
Yeah.
Do some super chats. Patreon.com/cornfed with Dalton Pruitt. That's where you'll get all the premium episodes and bonus content for as little as $5 a month. Super chat from Drew, Joe List, Pro Pizza. I don't know what that means. Is Joe List a pro pizza, pro Pala Pizza Stein? Pala Pizza Stein? Yeah. Thank Robert Gibson. Thank you for hanging out in the chat. Take it east. OS for life. And this is a good point from I Blame Gravity 23. It's a dishonest argument. Salsa and barbecue sauces have a long honored history with pineapples and mangoes, but touch bread to a sauce and it's blasphemy. I agree. Folks, expand your mind and consider the possibilities of pizza. C Dumps, $2 from C Dumps. She says, I should have been muted. Yes. Patreon. And then, new episodes of Cornfed with Dalton Pruitt. Obviously, they drop every Tuesday. We do a live premiere Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, which I'm told is in competition. It's not really a competition, but is it, I guess, at the same time that Legion of Skanks premieres. I don't care. It's on the internet. Just watch whatever at your leisure. I just do the premiere so I can hang out in the chat with whoever shows up and just chat with folks as it's happening. And then Wednesday, March 27th on this channel is going to be the latest episode of the Crowder Boys. New episode of Crowder Boys, a live stream. Live. It's going to be live, so it'll be like it is now. It's going to be us with the chat, me, Robbie, Goodwin, and Crackamico. Wednesday, March 27th, 7 p.m. Eastern on this channel, Crowder Boys live stream. And then when that's done, it'll be on the channel forever. And then the audio will go up on all your, wherever you get podcasts. And then that's the plugs. Everybody buy art from buy Chris's art.
Yes.
Help him escape the confines of Chinese hours. Get that podcast going, Chris. Or,
yeah, I got to work on it. Yes, it'll be out next week.
Sell your artwork. Yes, Chris. He's a good friend of the show. Chris, friend of the show. We'll have you on Crowder Boys one of these days, and I'm making that proclamation now. I will.
Oh yeah, I gotta meet Crack, and I wanted to say hey to Robbie, but he left too soon. So, but yeah, I'll be back.
Appreciate you, Scooney. This was fun. Yeah, I just jump into these without preparing, so I truly have nothing to say. And I riffed up top for about a half hour, and hey, that ain't easy, but I came up with something. Then we got, you guys joined and really saved my ass, and everybody in the chat. It's a good time, good community effort. Chris, Robert, this is a good idea from Robert, is to do like an art thing.
Yeah, I've thought about that. It's just a lot. It's a lot.
To be honest, here's a good idea. This actually would be cool, because most people that stream are not talented. You're talking to one of them right now. But streaming now is just anything and everything. You just like turn a camera on and stream and just do whatever. Like, look at that fucking dipshit, that Canadian dude, XQC. He just sits there like perched in his chair watching YouTube videos, and then the people tuning in are watching him slack-jawed watching something he found on the internet, and he doesn't really do anything, and he's a multimillionaire. Destiny just reads Wikipedia articles. So there's like so many different avenues and boulevards one can walk now when it comes to content. If you did a stream, like a live stream, with like this or on Twitch or whatever it is, where you're like live painting, you know what I mean? Like Bob Ross, where you maybe do some commentary here and there, just make them watch you paint in silence.
Yeah,
to view the creative process as it's happening.
Yeah, but with a painting, sometimes there's a lot of staring, just like trying to figure out. But that can walk. People will watch anything. They just want content.
Chris, look at what happened tonight. A lot of this.
The chat.
A lot of this stream. A lot of this stream was a lot of nothing happening. There's a lot of just like stumbling over our words, trying to think of things to say. There was a fucking like a deaf dog at one point.
Yes.
Who knows? But we kept stringing it along, and the longer it went on, the more money I made. You know what I mean? So you just have to have the camera on.
Yeah, I know.
Just be kind of doing something, and just make people watch you stare at a canvas and then hit it with a brush stroke every now and then.
Yeah,
and also this would light the fire under your feet to be creative, because now you have an audience that's watching you, tuning in. You got to make something.
Yeah, I do better when I am watched, like, because sometimes I go to hippie festivals and like I'll paint there, and I do feel like, oh, I should be painting because people will, like, I'm out there with a canvas. I can't just not do.
Look at what Bex Rock just said. A Chris art stream will express 100 times more talent than most streamers can. It'd certainly be more talent than what I fucking do. So
I think it'd be about the same.
Maybe. I'm very good at bullshitting. That's my talent. It's just talking out of my ass. I don't even know if I'm that creative. I'm just a great huckster. But yeah, if you set up like a YouTube or a Twitch or simulcast, did both, you would have the full throated support of the Billionaire Podcast Network. Ka-ching, bing, 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 fill her up.
Fill up.
And then people could just watch you paint. Shit, I would tune into that because I like art. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to paint, and I'm not. I just instinctually know it's not something I'll ever be good at. Like good at. I could probably take some lessons and become serviceable and do it as a hobby. But I don't have that in me where I could ever create something that is a true expression of myself. Not like you, Chris.
Thank you.
When it comes to painting. Now, when it comes to podcasting, this is my art.
Oh,
this, yeah. And I guess stand up whenever I do that again.
Yeah. No, I gotta start podcasting. I'm pretty good at ranting and yelling at society. It's what I want to do. Yeah, you inspire me so much. Just to like, he can talk, I can talk. I should be able to do this.
A lot of people can talk for sure, but not everybody can talk like you can, Chris. In fact, I've never met anybody that talks like you do.
I've met a few people that have the same affliction. Matt Marin, he can't. He has the same.
Right, you have the same speech pattern as a guy who had a brain tumor.
Yes.
A guy who had to get a piece of his brain carved out of his skull. The chat loves your voice. The chat loves you, Chris.
Yeah,
I love you, Chris.
Chat loves me. I've been they loved me, and then there's a few things that were like very discouraging, and then they came back around.
To answer Raphael's question, we did dip into Chinese hours about 27 minutes ago.
Yeah,
this is Chinese hours. Any super chats any super chats that come in are going to be, I'm only going to get half of that. So you're going to want to make sure that you donate more than you usually would to make up for Chinese hours. Should one be so inclined to do a super chat. So if you've given, if you've given 100,000 pesos, you might want to bump it up to 200,000 pesos to make up for Chinese hours. No, by the way, I really do thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I really do mean this, but I don't know why I said that. I mean a lot. I've been pretty sincere most of this stream. But I really appreciate the support. And so just to recap the super chats, we got $5 from Squatopotamus. Hidalgo joined the YouTube premium as a new member, $7 from Lee Rector. And then he joined the YouTube premium, 100,000 pesos from Malware, 100,000 pesos from Malware, 100,000 pesos from Malware. And then he gifted 10 premium memberships, $1.99 from Drew Huntley, 25,000 pesos from Malware. Another Drew Huntley, $2 from Drew, 100,000 pesos from Malware, $2 from Drew, $2 from Drew, 50,000 pesos from Malware, 50,000 pesos from Malware, 50,000 pesos from Malware, $2 from Drew, $2 from Drew, $2 from C-Dumps, $2 from Drew, and $2 from C-Dumps. I probably could have consolidated that better. Instead of reading off the dollar amount again. But hey, I just want to show my appreciation. Scooney, $10 from Scooney. Great stream. Really hope Chris starts streaming, says Scooney. See, there you go, Chris.
I love the chat. Thanks, everyone. I need to do this. I think I'll be pretty good at it.
Here's an idea, Chris. I'm the first billionaire podcaster, the founder of the Billionaire Podcast Network. Ka-ching, bing, 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 dick-to-dee, fill her up. Here's the thing. Reach out to me. We'll set up a stream. I'll host it. You're on here. And then I'll just sit here and you do a painting on my channel. This will be the backdoor pilot, the soft launch of Chinese Hours.
I'm so glad I brought that up.
Chinese Hours is very funny.
It's what they told me.
It sucks that that's happening to you. That is very illegal, and you probably could litigate because that is absolutely wage theft. But I think all of me and all of us in the chat, everyone in the chat, Chinese Hours is entering our lexicon.
Oh, I love it.
Dude, Chinese Hours is so funny. Gimp Gladly, $2 from Gimp Gladly. He's also a proud subscriber of the $25 tier on Patreon. The decal's coming. But here's the thing: we do a stream on here, and I just let you rock. You paint. I watch. Everybody watches. And we contemplate. As you paint, we watch you contemplate. And that's what we observe the creative process as it's happening. And that's that's the soft launch. That's that's what we're about here at the network. That would be cool. I mean, actually, I would just reach if you want to do that.
Yeah, we could do that.
To me. Yeah, just get you a canvas or a fucking piece of wood or whatever you use, whatever your raw materials may be, and then we'll just let people watch you fucking paint, and then maybe we could have some witty banter to break up the.
Yeah, we have some commentary in the background,
loosen it up, but that'd be cool. And then and then you build you a follow. Look, everybody here fucking loved you. Look at this. You're just a guy making fucking Foxconn Tower money, at the fucking soda factory, getting worked over by Big Soda. They're making you work Chinese hours, and then you come in here and you start. Everybody loves you, Chris. Everybody loves that accent, that dignified, debonair, dandy, Bobby Boucher voice that you got there.
I do a good Bobby Boucher.
Captain Insano says, "Show no mercy."
My mama said, "Abdullah Amgangata." Medulla oblongata.
The medulla oblongata. This has been fun. Chris, reach out. Everybody, join the Discord. Join the Patreon. Patreon.com/cornfed with Dalton Pruitt. I don't know if C Dumps has been trying to talk, but she has been muted for the last several minutes. We've not. I am now realizing that she's still muted, and the chat has been saying something about it. All right. Thanks for the super chats, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for participating in the chat. Chris, C-Dumps, Drew, thanks for hopping in here and talking to me. This has been fun.
I said some funny shit. God damn
it.
I don't know what I'm going to call these. This is the Cornfederacy or the Dojo of Discourse or something. I guess Cornfederacy is good. Yeah. Cornfederacy is fun. But thanks everybody, and we're taking it in for a landing, and that's the end of the stream.
Right.
Good night. I'm clicking end
Thanks
now.
for hanging out, Dalton. Thanks for
Bye.
having me on.
Yes,
Chris,
you're welcome.
you're awesome.
Yeah.
Try
Thanks.
to, try to say or.
Hold
work
on.
Work on
Nope.
that.
I'm clicking end.
Oh yeah,
End.
do that.
End.
End.